I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regret. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh man, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and if you are watching us live, you don't give a shit about that at all. I'm Chris Burnett. I'm your host of this show. It's called 10 Drink Minimum, and it is sponsored by the Topo Chico Seltzer. And I got a pineapple. One, Smiley.
They brought it back just for you.
Did you ask them?
No, they did that on their own. It came back by popular demand. You remember I had them replace your pineapple with my cherry.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
And they opted to bring it back because I guess everyone else liked that flavor too.
See?
I was biased. I'm allergic to pineapples.
Nobody fucking loves cherry, man. That's like one of those flavors that people, I don't know, maybe they do. It's like banana.
Have you tried this cherry? It's not sweet at all. It's all tart and yummy like a real cherry.
Did you know that banana flavoring is like what bananas used to taste like?
I've heard something like that, yeah. There's a different variety of banana.
Well, but then there's grape.
Sure.
Tastes nothing like
What
fucking
is grape?
grape. Yeah.
What even is grape?
Oh, yeah, that's not even...
Yeah, other than Smiley, we have a couple other voices in the studio that you're hearing. Who could it be? We have Travis and Jesse from Dust City Opera with us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
You guys don't give a shit about football, huh?
I haven't thought about football in a long time.
Nah, that's where I'm at.
I used to like sports.
Man, I used to watch. It was like there would have been no show.
Yeah.
No way. I'd have been like, nope, we're not doing a show. Ask Smiley. We would have.
No, that's true.
Yeah, he had to ask.
I was like, are we having a show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because I know it's like
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Could we break news to whoever's watching this stream?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, you can.
We'll just have
scores.
it. I'll just have the scores.
I don't care. Yeah, do it.
Excellent.
That way they're like, oh my god,
3-0.
I'm DVR
Already?
3-0.
I'm behind.
Or are you like?
I don't know what it is. I'm guessing.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
taking a guess.
Oh, are you guessing?
Yeah.
I don't even know who's playing.
Okay, as of right now,
Chiefs
we
and Eagles.
are in the first quarter, and it is still nothing.
Really?
I was close.
Chiefs are the Native American fellows.
Yeah. But was it Kendrick?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Kendrick?
Go for them.
Is Kendrick? He's doing that. He's doing a halftime show, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he is.
Kendrick Lamar. That's the real fucking.
I'm a
right
big
there.
Kendrick fan. Yeah. I'm
He
happy he's doing
like
it.
I'm kind of shocked they pulled out Kendrick for the Super Bowl. I was
Yeah.
like, because they in recent years they've kind of been doing this whole like throwback retro, and I was even shocked when they did like the whole West Side or West Coast rap thing. I was like,
Yeah, because it's almost like they've been trying to make it family. Well, I guess it's in response. It's reactionary to Janet Jackson, right?
yeah.
I remember I was watching that day.
Me too. I was in a youth group. We were youth group party watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, dude.
I was at work, and I just so happened to be like, I went up to the bar to pick up like my drinks from the bartender. I looked up, I was all booby.
Was that a titty?
Nice. I went back to work.
Was that girl's titty out? Yeah, that'll happen, right? So I've been sick for the last week. I lost 9 fucking pounds, Smiley, in 5 days.
Wow, that's the new flu diet.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I was like, I need to get below 200 pounds before my birthday party, and I did it, but I didn't want to do it that way.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Which end did it come out of?
neither.
Oh, it was just an ability to eat.
It was weird, man. Like when you think of the flu, you think of like stomach or like sore throat, all that shit. I barely had a sore throat. I barely coughed. I barely sneezed. I had the sniffles, but it just felt like somebody had beaten me with a bat, like over and over and over again. And every fucking joint hurt. Like laying down hurt, which
Ugh.
sucks. You know, it's the worst, right?
The aches, the flu aches.
Duke City,
ennui.
Duke City Warrior also doesn't give a shit about the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the show.
Welcome to the show.
So you guys are with the band Dust City Opera. Been around. I don't know how long you guys been doing playing as a band, man.
The band's been a thing since February of 2018. So whatever that is.
It really, I thought it was longer.
Oh, we
than that.
we just hit 7 years. It was our band
Okay,
anniversary.
I guess that's a pretty good long time, man.
Yeah.
Have you both been in the band for 7 years?
I was in the band in the original iteration.
Wow.
Um,
Some rando in the chat that says, "What's up, buttholes?"
Hey, what
What up,
Management
butthole?
that counts.
That's your actual manager, right?
Yeah, it is.
that is in fact Sydney Counts of
Yeah.
Counts Creative
Oh man,
Consulting.
nice.
Yeah, so I've been in the band since the beginning, along with Paul and Clara,
Right.
and we had an original bassist, and then we moved through. We moved on. We parted ways, and then Justin McLaughlin played
Yeah.
with us for a little bit.
That's right.
And then
yeah.
Scott Brewer picked up on bass, so he came in about a year in.
You guys just have a lot of trouble with the bass player.
You know, it's
Oh, we
to
left
be
one locked in the
expected.
car.
It's to be, yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. Hold on, we'll get there. But Scott, yeah, we have a funny story about Scott dying.
Uh,
But Jesse came in. What, you've been here?
I just
2
got
years?
here. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I joined the band like yesterday or so. They've like needed another guy for the podcast because everyone was busy. So
They're all, "Hey, you're in the band now."
Yeah,
Okay.
so you kind of look like a guy who plays music.
When's the show? Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Show up for this podcast. You've done one before, right? Yeah. I love that. Like you guys were like right away. You know, Travis is like, "I've never done one before," and Jesse's like, "I've done one." What was the podcast you were on?
It was called Producer's Pit.
What?
Are you aware? They did
All right.
they did like a drummer episode of a bunch of local drummers
Yeah.
in Albuquerque. Yeah, I don't think they're doing
Where's the local
So-
trombone podcast? That
Right.
was
Yeah.
on?
all four of you.
Wow.
There are dozens of us.
It was called The Producer's Pit. What was that on?
Dozens you hear.
I don't even remember.
Where did they film it at?
They filmed it at the KRQE studios.
I was gonna ask if it was like some. It's really funny to me because like the city and all these like big time like media outlets like are really like they'll get this hair up their ass and they're like we're gonna be podcasters and we're gonna do
Yeah.
this thing and we're gonna have a studio, and the city has reopened theirs downtown, and you know, and I've crossed paths with them multiple times, and it never it's always a good press release.
Yeah.
And then that's about all. It's good.
Yeah.
And you're all, did it make it to the press? All right, shut it down.
And then they'll do like this. They'll do this thing where it's like you're in a studio and it's like got a great like scenery, and then the person's all dressed up nice, and you're dressed up nice, and it's like super like just washed, you know.
Yeah.
So tell us what artists do, and you're just like, this is fucking boring
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and sterile and.
It was
Yeah.
good. I mean, it was like friends of mine that were running it.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
it
never
was-
mind. That one's probably good.
It was fun. Yeah. Most of them were. Yeah.
I didn't mean to trash that. I was
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even know who they are.
No.
That's cool.
But like when they say like, you know, I was asking you like it was at KRQE, I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
Like,
know exactly what you mean.
yeah, because there's one that like they tried to steal like the Night Living cover band's announcement show away from us. And,
Oh, you're kidding.
No, fuck no.
Bastards.
That shit happens all the time.
Oh yeah,
So did you just have to do it earlier and earlier every year?
no. Barney
just
Barney's like
reserves.
Barney's like our friend,
Yeah.
and you know when no one else gave it that. First of all, it was my fucking idea, and
I didn't know this. Hold on. You're
Yeah.
breaking this news to me.
yeah.
Night of the Living cover bands was
No.
your idea.
The,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the announcement
The,
show.
the announcement show.
I
The
was like, come
announcement
on,
show.
Chris, don't break my heart, man.
No, I was like, let's like do the announcement thing on the podcast, you know, and that was my idea. And so then we did it the first year, and like people were like, "Holy shit, that was, you know, we loved it." And then every year we do it, it's like the most watched thing we do. Well, sure enough, they fucking hit him up and they're like, "You should move that over to this. It's a better production." I'm like, "Well, fuck off on that, man."
Yeah, that's. I mean,
And how do they know it's better production? Have they been to
Yeah,
our studio?
that's a massive assumption.
because they hire like 6 people to do the job that I'm doing right here, right now by
That's what
myself.
You're doing
there
such a
were
great
lot
job,
of
though.
people in the room.
There are, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were a lot of people.
Yeah,
in the
and
room.
it's like, okay. I mean, the whole idea of the podcast is it's like DIY. It's like, it's cool. Like you can sit down with people and get to know them on a regular, find out that they don't give a shit about the Super Bowl anymore.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So you guys have a big event like coming up?
Yeah, we've got our Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem on March 1st. It is I'm going to get the byline right, the tagline right.
Do you guys like have an affectionate name of buttholes or what?
Yeah, we do. We call each other buttholes.
Oh, all right.
So I guess I can tell that story.
All right.
Before I go back to the event.
Yeah.
So Paul plays in another band, Silver String Band. Yeah. And they were playing the wine festival.
Okay.
At least I think it was Silver. And he had an extra ticket and was trying to get rid of it. And so I just got a message from Paul, which a message from Paul never has capital letters. And it just said, "Take my extra ticket, butthole."
Oh, okay.
And so the next time I saw him, I said, "What's up, butthole?" And it stuck. So,
all right.
Yeah. So we just call each other butthole all the time.
I was like, man, Clara Byan says, "Hey, buttholes."
Yeah. That's what we call each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem. It is happening on March the 1st.
Okay.
It's happening at Fusion Theater.
Oh, okay.
And-
I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Fusion Theater. You can find more info at ampconcerts.org. And it is a costume event. There are going to be circus performers. There are going to be
Aerialists and whatnot.
There was an aerialist last year. I don't know what the specific circus performances are going to be. I understand there might be a fire dancer. Don't quote me, but we had a fire dancer last year.
What about those motocross motorcycles in the big gerbil ball?
We're working on that. I think
Oh.
Sydney's waiting on a call.
Right.
So
Sweet.
'Cause that'd be cool.
we're in the works.
Yeah.
Y'all shut the fuck up, man. You got that kind of money.
No, Sydney. I mean, Sydney, put it on the list. I'm making. You have the magic hat. Pull something out of it.
Motocross guys in a big gerbil ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a steel cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're like spinning around in it.
Yeah. We have a tarot card reader. Bonnie Bigheart is reading.
Oh, yeah.
tarot.
Oh, nice.
She's done that on this show. Yeah.
Oh, that's rad. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's awesome.
She's a cool lady.
And she did great last year. Everyone loved it.
Nice,
It was a really good time. And of course, the Dust City Opera will be providing music along with the Giovanni String Quartet again.
All right. What kind of dress is it? Do you say like kind of
It's like carnival-y, costumey, dark, sad,
dark carnival?
dark carnival.
So
yeah.
Insane Clown Posse.
Sure, go
Yeah.
whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Go for it if you want to.
I'm kidding.
I said on NPR or
Yeah.
on NPR, KUNM,
Oh.
that it's pick a season of American Horror Story and just go
Yeah.
with that vibe.
That's a good one. Are you on KUNM? Those hacks? No, I'm
Those,
just kidding.
with our esteemed colleague Brandon Kennedy.
I'm just fucking.
Yeah. Wow.
No, yeah.
I actually like KUNM.
Yeah, KUNM's great, and
Yeah, that's
apparently they're under threat. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
call somebody about that.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
the whole goddamn everything's under threat.
Uh-huh.
I saw that they want to cancel the. What are you doing? I saw that, this may be wrong, that they want to shut down the FDIC, and I was like,
Oh, that wouldn't
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not
surprise me
surprised.
at all.
you guys, so you guys want to do some of this? You said.
Mhm.
So these guys, I'm not kidding. I'm talking to you fans out there that watch the show on the regular. They want to do Malort.
I've never tried it.
Oh man,
I've only
Smiley,
heard
will you
about
pour up these shots of Malort?
I guess.
Do you do the chant
No.
thing? Okay.
What's the chant? Do you know?
It's like
I didn't know there was one, and I've been to the damn distillery.
you say Jepson's Malort,
Yeah.
and then you take the shot, and then you say I'll have another.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But what if you don't want another?
Right.
You're
yeah.
gonna kind of want another. So,
What if I like it?
In October, some people do.
Sure.
yeah.
In a lot of it's a build up, so a lot of it you may not like. Smiley hates it. He readily hates it.
Smiley, what would it take to get you to do a shot with us?
He's doing a show with us.
Oh, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
So he's doing it.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I just
And
didn't.
you can't get this in New Mexico. We had to import this ourselves.
Where is it from?
Illinois, Chicago. We
Oh,
were at we actually got these
Chicago
bottles.
special.
These bottles are from the distillery. We were there in October,
That's badass.
and they
Fantastic.
are somehow mislabeled. and they gave them to us. I mean, they sold them to us. But actually, maybe one of them's not, because we had a fan from Chicago come a couple weeks ago, and he brought us a new bottle. So he brought us one, and then he brought one for Founders downtown. So
excellent
to use as bitters.
I think we're to use as bitters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. What do you think it's going to taste like?
It smells like the mouthwash that my grandpa used to use.
All right. What do you think it's going to taste like?
It's got like a licorice vibe. I feel
All right, because and I'm going to tell you, the smell has nothing to do with the taste. I'm going to leave it on. Hey,
That's a new one.
yeah. All right,
Whoa, you hush up.
I'm getting my water ready.
where's the dog at? I don't even know where she is.
She's back there.
Somebody stuck in a well.
She's behind the stool.
Brody. All right, so let's to what's the party called? The masquerade.
To Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem.
Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem.
Cheers.
March 1st.
Chin chin.
You know what?
Oh, he's doing something bad. He shouldn't drink after it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's oily. So if
It's
you drink,
the aftertaste.
yeah, and it's oily. So if you drink something after it, it'll like spread it.
Oh, great.
It makes it worse.
I should have told you that. My bad.
Oh, it's okay.
It's you know what? It honestly doesn't have a ton of flavor.
The front end of it actually wasn't bad.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's
back
not.
end
It's
sucks.
this part that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the like 5 minutes later.
All right,
Yeah.
put it on a timer.
Oh man.
Hey, how's the game going?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Let's
So
see.
yeah, I
Wrong
quit
tab.
giving shit about football. Like it was really weird. It
Uh,
just happened like organically.
The Eagles have scored. The Eagles have
Ah.
scored a touchdown and an extra point to make it
feel-
7-0.
I feel like most people want the Eagles to win because I feel like the Chiefs have been cheating.
I mean, but have
Really?
you met Eagles fans?
Not good people. No,
I tear up every time.
no.
I really hate that shot.
Fun fact.
Thanks for doing it with
In-
us, Smiley.
in
I
the-
feel closer to you.
Appreciate you.
In the old Eagles stadium, there was a holding sale.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
No,
Yeah.
it was so because
I mean, Philadelphia is like
Mm.
one of the
special
worst sports cities.
It's one of the worst sports cities for like an opposing fan.
Sure.
Like what was it? The one year they had Santa Claus come out in the field and the fucking fans pelted him with ice balls.
You're kidding. Oh my
No,
goodness.
fuck
That's
no.
nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
LA.
Yeah.
they're
Boston's pretty bad too, right? It's like if you,
bad. I think so. Yeah, but I don't think anybody's as bad as Philly.
yeah.
Philly's really known for
I
I
lived with an Eagles fan.
I saw a meme that said, win or lose, the Phillies are going to, or the Philadelphia citizens are going to destroy their town.
Right. I saw that one too. It was like it showed them on like one side winning and then on the other side losing, and it had a divider, and then at the end it both went to destruction of the city.
It's good.
All right, fair enough. That's probably true. But it's I mean, think about like TV shows, like who are like some of the most deplorable people on TV, and it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like they have
been going to that well steadily
Oh,
for
yeah.
what? Like it's
That's
got to be
really
close
funny.
to 20 years at this point.
Mhm.
And they're still got something in there.
Yeah.
Haven't
Yeah.
gotten it all out yet.
They
Yeah.
have not reached the bottom of human depravity.
No, so you got to wonder like what it's really like. I don't know. I don't even know where the fucking It's in Louisiana, isn't it? Like this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
New Orleans.
So they're gonna tear up fucking New Orleans. I mean, that's nothing new,
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're
all
like,
right.
Man, it is unfortunate.
this
Yeah.
is just a weekend here.
I'm thinking about going out there. So there's a Comic-Con in Baton Rouge in December. I'm thinking about going down there for that.
Right on.
I haven't been back to New Orleans in like close to 20 years.
Excellent.
Have you guys ever been in there?
Never
I
been.
have.
Oh, you guys! It seems like really.
It's on
It
the
seems like
bucket list, though.
it seems like Dust City Opera would like do a cool video, like playing on Bourbon Street.
It could be cool. Going
Yeah.
around some old cemetery.
Mhm.
It'd be pretty rad.
There's actually a really cool music video by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, where the whole band, like almost the whole band, is in a carriage, and like the ones that can't fit in are walking alongside, and they're cruising down Bourbon Street and just filming it and just singing, and it's like whoa, and they're all playing and stuff. It's like that's
Second
sick.
line. That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So like you play the trombone, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
what made you decide like to do that? Like were you like a music nerd in like junior high and high school?
Yes.
Well, hi,
correct.
Travis.
Hello. Yeah. So I started playing brass instruments in middle school,
Oh man,
like a lot of people in this country. I actually started my life as a euphonium player.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
If I had $1, man, if I had $1, it's like a tuba but smaller.
Okay,
no one knows. It's real popular. We call it a baritone here,
okay,
but it's not actually that. So I started on euphonium, and then I picked up trombone in 7th grade for I assume for jazz reasons, because like you can't play euphonium in a jazz band, and so I started playing trombone.
You were super popular in junior high, right?
No, goddamn, we need that trombone.
Yeah,
I've
invite the trombone player to the party.
The years have been good to me. The years have been kind to me. We'll say it that way. So I started playing trombone, and then I started playing in ska bands in high school, and as every trombone player does.
Wait a minute. So you went from being an unpopular junior high kid playing trombone to being in ska bands in high school?
Multiple ska bands, yes.
You're like, how can I make this fucking way worse?
Yeah, man. My childhood was...
Did you wear suspenders?
No. I was just, just a little fat kid playing trombone.
Right.
I was an easy target. And so I was playing in ska bands, and I fell in love with like playing shows, and and then after I graduated high school, I came out to New Mexico. And
where'd you come from?
From South Texas. Corpus Christi.
Oh, well, all right. That's a cool place.
It's a decent part of Texas.
Right.
There are pockets of decent parts.
So you're originally from Texas then?
I'm originally from Texas.
Oh man.
And
as he wears this New Mexico United shirt.
I'm all New Mexico now, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. How long have you lived here?
15. It'll be 15 years this August.
Do you have a Zia tattoo?
I don't. The outline of the state of New Mexico is on this tattoo.
Interesting.
So,
damn.
I don't have a Zia tattoo.
I don't think you're allowed to, right?
Stop me. Just fucking stop me, man.
hey, when I got mine, my tattoo artist was like, "So where were you born?"
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
he did, yeah. And I was like,
"Are you from here?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm from Clovis. I'm
sweet.
almost Texas. Roswell?
Yeah.
Oh god. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Couple of Eastern New Mexico boys.
Well, I'm from Clovis. He's from Crazy Town Roswell.
That's true.
He now knows I know exactly. I know Roswell. Then he's from the ganglands, man.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, do you know Roswell?
I don't know Roswell. I've been a small handful.
All right, so now we got to switch to that for a second.
Go ahead.
So every time I meet someone like downtown or something, and they're like, "Yeah, man, we flew to New Mexico and on a whim, or we're here to visit, and I think we think we're going to go to Roswell for a day trip tomorrow." Every time I'm like, I couldn't disagree with you more. I think it would be a bad idea, and I really wish you wouldn't do that if you really want to know. And they're like, "No, we've been wanting to go to Roswell our whole lives," and I'm like, "That's why you shouldn't go, right?"
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah,
am I wrong?
Seeing tourists in Roswell was always really sad because it's just like you wasted so much time and money to be here. Probably, it's like, there's one weekend a year.
The Alien Fest.
Yeah, and then we do it's called the Green Chili Cheese Festival. That's also fun. Alien Fest is cool. That's in July. If it's not that time of year, then it's
I'll tell people there's really there's a McDonald's that looks like a UFO.
Yeah.
There's a terrible tourist trap museum. And that's it.
It's pretty much.
They don't even have Lock, Stock, and Bagels anymore.
No, they don't.
Do you remember that place?
I do, yeah.
Every time I talk to someone in Roswell, they're like, "Oh, I miss that place."
Yeah.
What's the burger joint that's really good in Roswell?
I don't know. Burger King?
No, I went
Sonic, where everybody gets shot.
Yeah, that's so true. Holy
DCO,
shit.
quote unquote,
So funny.
DCO played a show, played at the Alien Fest. It was just me, Paul, and Jared.
Oh wow!
So that was,
Weird.
If you're keeping count at home, that is guitar, trombone.
Wow,
was the ensemble, and it was as bad as it sounds. But we went into a burger joint that was really great. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Topo Chico.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. That show was awful, but Roswell was also awful.
And then what really makes me mad is they're like, we're gonna make the TV show Roswell, and then people watch it, and you're like, okay, Why they're running into the woods? Where the fuck are the woods?
Yeah.
It's not Twin Peaks.
No.
It's kind of funny when I lived in Roswell and I watched a little bit of that show and I was like, it's not all like trailers and inbred hicks here. And then I left Roswell and I was like, that's pretty much what Roswell is,
Well, it's like trailers, inbred hicks, and then wannabe gangbangers.
Yeah.
Like it, not even
but
one,
nothing to like gangbang over.
No. like there was a there was a crazy stat that at one point Roswell had more gang members than South Central Los Angeles.
That's nuts. That's
and
crazy.
I was like per capita. And then
never changed New Mexico.
Well, and then I know 2 people who've been shot and killed in Roswell.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
One was at a Sonic. One was in their house just watching TV.
I mean, how many people do you know that have been shot and killed in Albuquerque?
Not killed.
Oh.
I know shot, but
I know one person that got shot and killed in Albuquerque, but 2 in Roswell.
See,
it's a smaller city.
See,
yeah, I only know 3.
Yeah.
I've been here a while.
Yeah.
Smiley's from Arkansas.
I am.
Ah.
Originally, I am a transplant here.
Do you have a Zia tattoo?
I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah,
no tats. No tats is the new tats, is what they say.
That's right.
He doesn't mark. He doesn't mark up his body. He's one of those.
He wants to get into heaven.
Hey, if I want to draw on myself, I can just do that.
Sure. Well, are you afraid of commitment then, Smile? Is that what it is?
Oh my God, yes. Are you giving me responsibility? I'll smack it out of your hand. I'm like, here's a baby, not mine.
One of the funniest things.
You must have been throwing that to the person behind me.
Do you still have the baby?
I don't.
We had this one year for my birthday. Somebody found a lifelike baby doll, like very lifelike.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And so we had it at a party, and we just had it like laying around and took like several different weird pictures with it. Like at one point, I'm holding it by the leg, and someone's like yelling at it. And someone took a picture through the glass, and someone's like, if you post that, they're going to call the police, man. Because it looked like I was just holding a baby by the leg screaming at it. You know?
I need to see this picture.
Yeah.
We got to find that.
And then there's like so many different ones, though.
Sure.
Like my friend's all smoking, and then she's like sitting there, and she has the baby like on her lap, you know?
It's pretty great.
You know, like the 70s, you know?
Yeah.
Like life, you know, like life.
To be actually, this reminds me of the fact that, when someone threw the fake baby at me, I didn't just smack it out of the air. I almost ripped it in half.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think you kept it for a while, didn't you?
I did.
And it broke, right?
I ripped it. I was trying to fix it. But it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, here's a baby, and I was like, like ninja slice. I was like, that's not how you catch a baby, Smiley.
I mean, it can be. I don't know.
Not with
Good
that
parents
attitude.
do that too.
No one's. Do you have kids? Anybody have kids in this room?
No.
All right.
No kids.
Also, pretty sure you're not supposed to throw babies, right?
No. You're not supposed to do a lot of things that we were doing with the baby doll.
Yeah, I think throwing babies is generally bad.
I don't
know that for sure.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no one's ever taught me.
He's all. I don't know. I'm from Roswell.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm from Arkansas.
I used to eat those things. Yeah.
But it just always cracks me up when people are like, "Man, we want to take a day trip to," which for anyone watching, if you fly into Albuquerque, New Mexico is fucking huge, and
not a lot in there.
From Albuquerque to Roswell, 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
3 hours,
solid.
It's a 3. So it's a 6-hour drive total of disappointment.
Yeah,
because you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like,
"That's it."
Yeah, and the drive is not flattering.
Fuck
either.
no.
Yeah,
it's
like Vaughn to Roswell.
Yeah.
Is like an hour and a half. It's like Vaughn is the halfway point.
Yeah.
You could like tape your steering wheel to the dashboard, and then take a nap, and you would be fine.
Right, like self-driving cars are perfect for that drive.
You're going straight, and it's flat, and there's nothing to look at.
Nothing around.
But hold on, it doesn't hold a candle to Kansas, man. You remember Kansas?
Oh my God, yeah, I do remember Kansas.
Oh,
yeah, we were on the road last year.
Fucking awful.
Yeah, we were on the road. If you've ever been to Kansas, then that's what the drive from Vaughn to Roswell is like.
I remember going through Kansas, and it's like flat, nothing. There's not even hills.
Yeah.
And then you like look over, and there's this massive like porno store, right? And then next to it is like a big billboard that says, "Jesus saves, porn kills." And I'm like, what well, now we've got to stop at the porn store.
Sure.
I want to see what's killing people, right? Shit, yeah.
Do you remember that billboard that we saw when we were in Kansas? That was like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz in a tank.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you remember that?
I do
Maybe
not.
you were asleep. It was like a tank, and Dorothy. I can't remember what the message was, but it was like, I don't know. That's like the one thing that they got right. Is that the Wizard
well, you guys
of Oz
have toured a lot, right?
We toured. Yeah, we did a 3-week tour last year.
Wow. How far did you go?
We went all the way up to, I think the farthest away we got was Wisconsin.
So, shit.
Yeah. So
you just all loaded up in a van?
Yeah, we have a tour van. You might see it around town.
Yeah.
It's it's a daily driver for sure.
It's a prison bus, actually.
Oh wow.
Of a decommissioned ADA compliant prison.
How many times did it break down?
It has not yet. Where's some wood? Find me.
I don't know.
It's actually it's a good. She's a good van. Her name's Vanna. She's white.
Yeah.
I'm friends with one of the guys that was in the Shins, and he was like, I think he told me they went through like 4 or 5 different bands.
Yeah. This is our first.
Yeah, they burn them up. Just like we just burn them up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're touring that much, we tour. We do like little weekend runouts, kind of a lot, or we'll do a big run through.
Wow. How many people are in the band? You guys got like 8 people.
6. It's 6 counting Sydney. He's counting the manager. So there's 5 musicians plus Sydney.
Well, you guys scaled down. Didn't you have like more than
that? I mean, when you count the string quartet.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. But back in the day, though, we had, you guys, us.
There have
us
been
before me.
There have been a lot of members of
it
the
was
band.
like 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, do we need the piano player? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we used to have an extra lead guitar player, and then we went through.
Wait. Did you say an extra?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah. As opposed to like medium lead. No, so Paul was playing rhythm guitar and doing lead vocals,
right?
And Jared Putnam of the Chachalakas and Le Chat Lunatique was playing. Guitar. Yeah. And when Jared left the band, we sort of tried to find somebody else. We went through a guitarist and we did some auditions, and then we ended up just deciding that Paul was going to do it. And so now if you go watch a DCO show, I think go back and watch one from the beginnings, right? And Paul's guitar playing is just skyrocketed. Like that guy's a monster guitar player.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He got better.
He got way better. It's amazing what practice can do.
He stepped up to the plate.
Well, not only practice, but like when you don't have to.
Yeah,
there's no, you're like, eh.
Yeah,
and then whenever like all of a sudden it's a necessity, and you're like have to step up and you have to get outside what you may feel comfortable doing. It's amazing, like how far you can take yourself. It's very weird,
Preach, brother,
for sure.
Yeah. Right? I mean, that's like
life advice.
That's my life advice. Because like everybody's like, how'd you get to where you are? I was like, I stopped saying no to the things that I thought I couldn't do, and I just said yes and figured it out.
Yeah.
I want to say that he learned that from me.
Yeah, I can see it. You know what? I can sense the dynamic. There's a definite mentor-mentee relationship.
Father-son type of thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how this works. I'll be like, hey man, I got invited to El Paso Comic-Con. It's this date. I'd like for you to go with me. I've got us a place, everything to go. Nothing. Then I have to hit him up on the show and call him out
like live.
Yeah, and still nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, I said I will be there.
All right. We're gonna drive down
2 times. We're driving.
Yes, it's like 4. It's 4 hours.
You're right. You're right.
El
Paso. I thought it was.
Fuck no.
The drive to El Paso is better than the drive to Roswell.
Okay.
I thought in my head I was thinking Houston, and I was like, we have to fly into that. It's El Paso. Yeah. That's easy. We can drive.
Here's my problem right now. Flying in general right now.
Yeah, you really don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, apparently there's a detritus from the skies coming down and taking out anything in its path.
Right. Sure.
Watch out for falling satellites.
So you guys went all the way to like Wisconsin, man. So
that Clara girl in our band.
Yeah. The butthole.
Yeah. She's from Wisconsin. And so we went to her hometown.
Right.
So her hometown has is
Butthole, Wisconsin.
Ettrick, Wisconsin. Is it Ettrick or Galesville?
Is it close to the Dells?
I assume so. I mean, if you're in Wisconsin, you can spit on the Dells. Right?
She knows what that is. Yeah,
sure. So we went to her hometown and played at her high school. Has a new performing arts center. And that was a really cool show.
Really?
Yeah.
It was nice.
You didn't get there, and there was like 5 people watching, and you're like looking at her the whole time while you're blowing into your trombone. Like, what the fuck?
That was actually a pretty well attended show. That was pretty good. Yeah. There was a lot of people that were really stoked to see Clara up there. Yeah. The whole community really welcomed us. I mean, we were sitting. Were you there?
Yeah, I was at the show
when we. Yeah. Were you there when we went and ate at the golf club at the? Yeah. And there were some people like pointing. They were sitting at the bar and like pointing at our table and like talking, and come to find out they had like seen our poster or something. So we were like small town famous for the whole. We stayed there for 4 or 5 days, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience. Hell of a cheese state.
Yeah.
Lots of good cheese.
I bet, man.
Yeah. And, shout out Westby Creamery.
Yeah. Clara's family contributes to that cheese.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They own a dairy?
Clara grew up on a dairy farm, and now her brother owns the dairy farm, and it's continuing its operation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy because, like, you may or may not know this, like, New Mexico is a huge dairy state.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dairy farms. You pass by some dairy farms on the way to El Paso.
I have to bring this up. Well, no, eastern New Mexico.
Like south and east. Yeah.
Well, Clovis and Portales
for sure
there's hundreds of them. And then Clovis has built this cheese plant, and like as they were building the cheese plant, they had to like revamp the plans because they had sold so many years of cheese to Kraft that they now were like having to plan to build it bigger as they were building the original fucking thing.
That's crazy.
And I think Curry County alone has like 180 dairies, and then like Roosevelt County has like a couple hundred. And so like it's like New Mexico, or like it's like Wisconsin, California, and New Mexico are the dairy states, and you would never think that.
No, yeah, you wouldn't.
But the reasoning why, and I know this because I was in Future Farmers of America when I was in high school.
Wow.
Is Wisconsin is fucking cold, and the Holstein cow is very susceptible to dying. It does not have a good immune system.
It's susceptible to death.
Yeah, it
aren't we all?
No. But I mean, like they just like the cold and everything. They're not. It's not good for them, you know. So then a bunch of like dairy people moved out of Wisconsin to California, which was great environment for them, except for all of the environmental laws. So then they were like, "Fuck this, let's all go to New Mexico," and so a bunch moved to New Mexico.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was why.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like if you go down where I'm from, like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Clara's family farm has been organic for a long time. Small. Yeah. I think it's been small for a long time.
Oh, cool.
They've been producing really high quality, not mass producing.
So it's like a real, like, cause like the ones down there are awesome. Very like corporate.
This is like a family operation. That's cool. I drank raw milk for the first, and like all of the press that raw milk is getting, like, I do not support anything that RFK Jr. says, but I tried raw milk for the first time on that dairy.
It's different. It's really different.
Real different.
Was it cold or was it warm?
Was cold.
I had it when it was okay. So I was in Germany when I was like 18, and they lived next door to a dairy farmer, and I was like, they're like, "You want some cereal?" I was like, "Yeah," and they like left and they came back and they're like, "Here you go," and it was like warm milk from the fucking cow, like they
body temperature.
Yep,
rad.
And I think it had hair in it still. I was like, ooh. All right,
that's how you do your cereal here, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it's weird, man. It's different though.
Yeah, it was delicious.
It is delicious.
It was really, really good, and I got to see the cows. You know,
yep.
I know Clara talks about how beautiful the process can be when it's done right, and how shitty it is when cows are unhappy.
Well, yeah, that's what and like. I grew up farming and ranching, and I get a lot of fucking flack from people. They're like, "Oh, did you guys have like a ranch where like they were like stepping on top of each other and all that shit?" I'm like, no, they like lived out in big fields and wandered around and ate as they wanted. And
my grandpa owns a ranch, so I grew up ranching.
Yeah. I mean, Roswell. I mean,
probably. Well, he lives in like western New Mexico, but
yeah. And it's weird because they're like, so many people are like dialed into this like. That everything is evil, and So hearing that, their dairy is nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you want, the Westby Creamery does ship. So they're not a sponsor, but we love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't sponsor Dust City Opera.
They should.
Yeah.
You don't come out like the Insane Clown Posse and spray like milk all over the crowd.
We should.
That would be our vibe.
We spray it out of your trombone.
Tight milk, dude.
Yeah.
So we, when Clara goes back home, she lets us know so that she can put it in order at the creamery to get cheese and bring it back.
Oh yeah.
So we all got to go when we were in Wisconsin. And it was like a religious pilgrimage. It was amazing.
What kind of cheeses do they make?
They make all kinds of cheeses. So
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. My favorite is the I didn't realize we would be doing a whole segment on cheese. Claire's probably super stoked.
Why isn't Clara here? We're probably getting all of this wrong too.
But who doesn't love cheese?
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Cheese, like kind of like the best thing in the world.
Yeah. My favorite is the cheddar blue. It's like a aged cheddar marbled with blue cheese.
Yeah. Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Excellent on a grilled cheese. Also the pepper cheddar is
She says she's really proud. I can't do blue cheese, but I can do there's one that's like blue cheese that I like.
Like blue cheese.
Roquefort?
No.
I don't know.
You went the wrong direction on that one.
Is that worse? I don't know.
Worse?
It's pretty heavy blue cheese.
Blue cheese is pretty heavy, but what is it? Is it Gouda?
Are you thinking of brie?
No.
With the mold
Gouda,
rind?
Oh yeah, brie has mold rind.
Yeah.
Brie is good.
I gotta wonder who was like, this cheese is moldy. Fuck it, let's eat it anyway. That's better.
Or like how they made cheese in the first place,
Oh yeah,
with like fucked up milk.
Yeah.
Or how they decided to,
drink milk
out of the cow's teat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Well, that seems way more logical because we do that.
Yeah, but not from other.
Is that a teat? That's a teat. All right, I'm hungry as fuck.
I'm gonna get something out of there.
I want to meet the first guy that cracked open an oyster and ate it.
That's something.
I would invite that guy to a dinner party.
He was desperate.
Sure.
This rock is crazy.
This rock has snot in it.
Oh, right. Do you like oysters?
I eat an
I like
oyster
oysters.
occasionally.
So do I.
I'm from the Gulf Coast, so
Yeah, that's true. And so, do you like crawfish?
I like crawdads. Yeah,
crawdads.
Shrimp is big where I'm from.
Do you suck the brains out?
I do. Yeah,
Wow.
I can't do that. I can eat it, but I can't suck the brains out.
It's delicious, dude. It's like because it's not. I mean, it's like I think it's mostly liver. You're like eating crawfish foie gras if you have to think about it that way. But it's like it's just buttery and it tastes like the crawfish boil. It's good.
Yeah,
don't knock it till you try.
So whenever Ming and I go to Houston, we'll make Smiley do this. We'll do like 3 pounds of like crawfish.
You sons of bitches! Why do you do this?
Because there's a place. God, what is it called in Houston? It stays open till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Incredible.
And you just get a fucking couple pounds of crawfish. Like, I don't know what individual wants to work there that late. That's like, fuck it.
Houston is on my list. I have a really, really good friend from college who moved down there, and you have to find out the name of that restaurant. Because I'll go.
It's kind of like their Golden Pride. There's like 3 or 4 of those.
Did y'all watch the Ugly Delicious episode on Houston? This was hold on. Let's back up. This was John. Yeah. Is it John Cho, the chef? He's a Korean chef.
I know who John Cho is. Yeah,
really great. He had a show on Netflix called Ugly Delicious.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And they did a whole episode on comparing New Orleans food versus
Houston
food because Houston embraced the synthesis of Creole and Vietnamese food in a way that Louisiana or that New Orleans didn't, but could have, and it was a really interesting episode.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you get down to Houston often?
So I go to. I'll be down there in June. We'll be down there in June
for a con.
Comic Palooza. It's like the biggest Comic Con in Texas.
Hell yeah, cool.
It's like 3 stories, and each story is like a football field. That's how big it is.
That's rad. That's awesome.
And they're the only con that I know of that embraces like podcasting. Like they don't like let podcasters just kind of go and so they have like a stage on the main floor for podcasters to podcast from, and then they have like on the 3rd floor they have a smaller one with like audience chairs and everything. So like they really embrace it. So I went 2 years ago and with Ming, and it was one of those things where I went at the beginning, they didn't know who I was, and by the end they were like, you got to come back. And so they invited me back last year, and I had my tickets. Ming and I were gonna do a big panel on the art of podcasting, and the day before my gallbladder died.
Oh no.
So I was like bummed as fuck. And so this year is my return. They've invited me back and so I'm going to take Smiley if he wants to go.
I like how you said bummed, as opposed to I am in a hallway in a hospital.
Yeah, the gallbladder's no joke, man. Nope. My dad's gallbladder went out, and that was the most pain I've seen in maybe ever.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Pretty bad. It was awful, but like,
or he's just bummed.
Well, just bummed. But as for a food city, like it's a great food city.
Yeah.
Like, the crawfish was amazing, but like the partying is pretty awesome. They have a bar, and I don't know if it's still open. It's called Roswell's.
That's right. Oh yeah. And
they were
fucking big alien thing.
Oh, it's not big. It's like like I wanted to stab my eyes out.
Yeah.
So we get in there. They're like, we got to take you to Roswell's. They were like, you're from New Mexico. We got to take you. So we get there, and it was a just overdoneness of purple, like fluorescent purple and green and silver everywhere, like bright. So if you were on mushrooms, it would be amazing. But like, I just wanted to stab my eyes out. There was so much. If I had to work there, I would hate life in general.
Yeah.
Do you guys need anything while he's up?
I would love whatever is in there that has alcohol in it.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they were like, "So is this like Roswell?" I was like, no, it's not like this at all.
It's like the Roswell McDonald's.
All my friends were really pissed whenever that opened. Like all my friends that are still in Roswell were really pissed when that opened. So like, why is this in Houston and not Roswell? It's because like Roswell has 5 people in it, and
right?
4 of them are like retirees. Thank you.
Right. It's so dumb. It's It's like that. It's that mythos that like, I don't know, that people have lived off of since the 1950s, that they're gonna drive. I remember when I went to the 50th anniversary of the Alien Festival. I went to the 50th one, and the guy who owned the property was like, I will let people camp out for like $2,000. It was some fucking dumb amount of money
for the weekend,
and like only one person did it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is. Let me turn that off. There we go.
That's got to be the worst, right? You're the only person there.
Well, and everyone's driving by honking, stupid. Like, what an idiot.
Yeah.
So tell us about this masquerade, this ball. Like, what is it for charity? Is it for?
It is
100% for profit.
100% for
shit.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, we
That's
had
the
this.
Spirit.
We had this vision to. Well, by we, I think it was Paul who had this vision about a carnival event.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
We realized that was something that would be really great for us, and so we wanted to partner with other artists and other. You get sponsors from the community and things like that to put on an event for Albuquerque, because we don't play here a lot.
No.
We're at this point in our trajectory, we're touring, but we're not playing a ton of hometown shows.
Yeah, I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah, so we wanted to do something really special, and I think that's what this event is really for.
Yeah,
is like, this is the hometown crowd who gets us and who wants to do this experience with us, because it's
and you get to dress up and have fun.
Yeah. And there, so we'll have some costume options. It is highly encouraged to wear a costume. Last time I was.
You mean you're going to have costumes that you're going to hand out to people?
No, we have a rack.
Yeah,
so if you show up and say you forget your costume, you're going, crap, it's 6 o'clock and I don't have my costume.
You're that man, because it ain't going to be a woman.
It's not going to be a woman.
Yeah. No.
You've got Hobbit cloaks for them and shit.
Yeah. We can work that out for you, Smiley. Yeah. So we have some items, but it is highly encouraged to bring your own. And if you're not wearing a costume, I'll go out and say it. You're probably going to feel a little out of place. Last year, we had a high percentage of costume wearers.
It was pretty fascinating. It was, we did it in January last year, and I expected, like, I'm not a Halloween guy. I'm not a costume guy, but like I expected, it's fucking January. Like, nobody's going to do this, but it was surprising,
dude.
Surprisingly, and elaborate too. Yeah, not just like people were doing it, but it was like people put time into it.
Like 2 weeks ago. Like, I thought it was like the Saturday. No, it was last Saturday. I was like, I thought there was an 80s dance party at Sister, and come to find out that was last night. So my friend's like, well, what are we going to do now? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, well, there's an EDM show at fucking El Rey. Cold as shit outside.
Yeah.
Walk over there, and we go in. And
so much skin.
Yeah.
People
in like, and when I say shorts, I mean I'm being very liberal with the word shorts, and like nothing else on, and it's freezing cold and outside, and then inside it's like sweat hot, like just it feels like Houston in the summertime, you know.
That's hot, dude.
That's
sexy.
So
that is terrible. That is so bad. Like when I grew up, like going to raves and going to dance parties, the fashion trend was everyone was covered from head to toe in more fabric than was really needed. Like giant pants, giant shirts, giant hoodies.
I think we're going to say giant panda outfit.
Are you saying reject modernity, embrace tradition? I
know. I'm just saying. I wish I was an adolescent at the point where you went to raves and everyone was naked.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I don't even know if that girl has tits. Is that a girl? Hold on.
Yeah. Smiley.
No, I'm
Smiley. We need a spray bottle.
Well, no. Here's the thing: if you're at a rave, you're just judging by dance movements.
No one should be judging by anyone.
And I'm like, is that I want to make out with that person?
Don't let your dreams be dreams, Smiley. Make out with whoever you want.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm not
if it's a panda, if it's a boy, or
I'm
girl,
just saying, if everyone was naked, it would have been a lot more easy. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, okay.
I remember like my friend from college hit me up and she's like, I haven't been to a concert in a while. She's like, can you explain something to me? And I was like, okay, what's happening? She's like, when did the girls just like wear a bathing suit to a concert and then furry boots? And I was like, oh, you're at an EDM festival. And she goes, how did you know? I was like, because that's what they fucking wear. Like that's you just described the uniform. Furry boots, bikini.
Furry boots and a neon bikini.
And then like and then like
awful color.
fishnets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like awful like fluorescent green or like purple.
Yeah. I want to go on the record and say I'm not complaining about it.
No,
I think someone could listen to this and say we're complaining, and I'm not complaining.
No, gosh,
fantastic.
My complaint was just that I grew up in the wrong time.
Yeah, that's true.
That was my entire complaint.
I was born in the wrong generation.
I was all
too early,
like Jinkos and like hoodies.
Yeah,
I'm like, who's that cute girl? I can see her nose.
Little Bobby from Shoulder Voices has decided he doesn't want to watch the Super Bowl anymore, which is weird because Little Bobby is like the biggest football.
Let's get a score update.
17-0.
17-0, and we have 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah. The Eagles are stomping them.
Eagles, right? Yeah, Eagles.
I guess they may not. Well, we'll see. I don't know because like the Chiefs
never count out Mahomes. Never count out Mahomes.
And the refs.
They made a big comeback last year too, didn't they? I remember making that.
They did 1 year against the 49ers. The 49ers were beating them. And that's kind of when I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. This sucks.
Sports have been so weird. Like, are y'all following the Luka Doncic trade?
I'm sorry, I don't follow that trade because I'm more worried about the Jimmy Butler trade to the Golden State Warriors, baby.
I'm so sorry. You're breaking that news to me. I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I was so caught up in the Luka trade.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler is now a Golden State Warrior, baby. Wow. I'm a Warriors fan.
You're a Warriors fan. Uh-huh. Since when?
Since high school.
Okay, I respect you more.
Because my favorite player was Tim Hardaway because he played for the University of Texas El Paso.
Holy cow. That's crazy.
And
that's rad.
Run TMC, which was Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullen and Tim Hardaway. Dude. And I have lived through a lifetime of heartbreak to get to this point in my life where people can call me a bandwagon fan and they can go fuck themselves.
No, I completely respect you. I respect everything about that. Yeah. I have a similar story, but with the Astros.
Oh gosh!
And now, like that, they're cheaters. Maybe we're past it. Who cares?
I need to get that trash can sound. Don't.
You know what? AJ Hinch was like the model of a baseball coach for me, and it's a shame that he's the only one really that got the fall for that.
Yeah, I mean Alex Bregman, who's from Albuquerque, plays for the Astros. And
I don't want to tell tales out of school, but I lived with some St. Pius High School baseball players who played against Alex. And
told some stories. Well, we won't ruin Alex Bregman's reputation in Albuquerque. So, and I'm sure that they're probably true, but there's probably true of everyone.
They also had a great amount of respect for him. They said,
I'm sure there's people that were like, I went to college with Chris Burnett. He's a fucking ass.
There are tons of people who say that about Travis Rourke. So.
Oh, they would say that about me. Like, I know a ton of people say that about Chris. So like, oh, well, what did I do? We're gonna take a break. 10 minutes. You guys gonna stick around for the second hour? Or are you guys gonna?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Sick. We'll talk a little bit more about Dust City Opera, maybe about the touring and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
And then because I'm not sure, these guys don't like sports. Probably they don't like basketball.
I'm not a basketball guy.
Well, I'll go
I
on
just
a
don't.
tangent.
I just don't understand what's going on. So
And Jimmy
can do our own
Butler. Jimmy
podcast.
Butler is your father. Huh? Have you never seen that video? Jimmy Butler is your father. What's that? Froggy Fresh?
We'll check it out. We'll check it out in the break.
Nah.
Nah, we don't need to.
No. Do you remember Froggy Fresh? The YouTube
2012?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is your father.
Yeah.
I was whenever the Luka Doncic trade happened, I was like, great. And then all of a sudden they were like, Warriors have Jimmy Butler. I was like, oh, well, never mind. Fuck all that. We're back, baby. We're back.
We're back.
Klay Thompson. So we're gonna take a break. Smiley, you have anything going on?
Not at the moment, but maybe next week I have something. I'll talk to you off the show.
So March 1st, what is it called again?
Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem.
Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem
with the Dust City Opera.
What's the cost to get in? Is it?
It's 25.
It's 25 if you buy it now.
Is it also people can pre-buy tickets?
Yeah. It's actually encouraged because it will sell out.
Yeah.
It absolutely will sell out. So they're
25 pre-sale, 30 at the door, and then we have a VIP package that has $500 worth of gifts from local businesses for $150, and that comes with like an after party where you get to hang out with all of us for a long time and eat a lot of really good.
If I buy the regular ticket, can I go to the after party?
No,
that's bullshit.
If you're really
no, you heard it. You heard it. It said no, Chris. No,
get the fuck out of my studio.
All right. This has been fun. Doors over there.
Bullshit.
No, we we are actually halfway done selling our VIP ticket. We have a quota and we're halfway there.
Oh, nice.
So
the quota's low.
The quota's a little low.
Yeah.
We would like, talk to Sydney. You know what, Chris? Talk to Sydney. Right. Use my name. All right. I'll get you in.
We'll see.
All right. She said I look like Hopper from Stranger Things, so I'll just use that. I think that's good, right?
I think that's a positive.
Yeah.
I think it's a plus.
She told me that, and then the next day someone told me I look like the leader of the Proud Boys, so I don't
Woo!
Ooh,
wow. That's definitely a negative.
Yeah. I was like, I'm definitely
Those are
not
two different
that
things.
motherfucker.
I think you're still on the red on that one. That's bad.
It's bad, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to get ahead of that one.
No, right away. I told the guy, I was like, well, I'm definitely not that guy.
But that was 10 pounds in 5 days ago. So you're probably you're in a better spot.
I like this guy. He's been on the podcast before. So you guys got anything else coming up?
We are playing in Lubbock. Actually, we're headlining a festival called the Buffalo Grass Fest in Lubbock.
Oh, I know that. I know about that. I grew up Clovis is like an hour from Lubbock. So
yeah. So we're playing out there.
Where is it at in Lubbock?
Oh God,
it's all over. Question. We're like pairing with the college, and we're at the Performing Arts Center there, and I don't know. It's like a citywide thing.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing a at least one student engagement. We're going to one of the high schools and working with some students.
I thought you meant like Texas Tech.
No, I think we are doing something with some tech students. We are doing something with some high school students.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we're also playing a big show, and it should be fun.
That's pretty cool.
This will be our first. I think it's our first live show in Texas. Is that right? No, that's not true. We've played in El Paso before, but this will be certainly our biggest show in Texas.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah, Clara's getting her doctorate.
Texas
Tech right now.
Yeah. It says, "Yay, come to my town again."
Yeah, Clara's going to be Dr. Groove.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's going to get a PhD in groove.
And that's a really good college, Texas Tech, man.
Yeah.
I partied with a lot of those people when I was in college at Eastern New Mexico.
They're smart.
These motherfuckers are smart.
Not the ones I was partying with, but hey. I partied with Cliff Kingsbury when I was in college at Eastern New Mexico. We went over to Lubbock, and he was the quarterback.
Uh-huh.
We went to his house.
That's crazy, dude.
And I was like, fuck it, I didn't know who he was.
And he's coaching. Where's he coaching at?
He's like an offensive coordinator somewhere now.
Yeah, good for him.
I want to say Washington.
Should we hold on filibuster while I check?
Right.
While I check the.
Well, I got Friday. I'm recording a first episode with Sandia Music and Sound. They're going to do.
Dude, I love those guys.
They're great, right?
Yeah.
They did a commercial a couple weeks ago, And if you see it, it's got Johnny Mouche from
wearing your hat.
Yes. Look at this guy. He knows.
I'm current, dude. I'm current on the
event. You know what's funny? They were like, "Hey, we're going to do a Wayne's World commercial." And they're like, "Can we buy a hat from you?" And I was like, "I don't have any hats." And they're like, "Well, that sucks." And I was like, "But I will go get one for you." So I had that made special for that commercial.
Party on, Chris.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm. See, I was right.
Yeah.
And he got offered a head coach job and he turned it down.
Good for him.
And I want to respect that. Yeah, I don't know, but so I'm gonna record a Between Two Guitars with them on Friday. I don't know what that means. I've watched Between Two Ferns, but I kind of like those people. I like what they're doing. They're fun. I just hope Mo doesn't come after me from Music Around, because I love Mo as well.
Yeah, Mo's great.
Mo is,
Mo's a real one.
He's like and known for his vindictiveness.
Yeah,
he will come after you.
And maybe I'll tell the story. Maybe this is an off-camera story, but I got the Mo vindictiveness was directed at me for about 5 minutes.
Oh no!
And then I successfully got him back on my side, and then it was turned around for me in favor of me. I got some Mo vindictiveness, and I got some justice.
Really? Okay, great. I can imagine Mo being bad, but
I was fucking joking.
No. It was a nice. It was really great. It was really great. Okay. All right. I got some stuff stolen out of my car.
Oh yeah.
And it ended up at Music Go Round.
Sure.
And then there was some mistake, something happened and they sold it, but it was not within the period that they should have held it. So that I could have found it because it was my stuff and it had been sold off. And so because Mo's the manager, he's the guy that I ended up talking to. And I was like, look, man, this is a giant bummer for me. You've got to understand this. And he had been sort of like, he could have interpreted what I was doing as a position of aggression. And I think he was sort of standing up to that. And I was like, no, bro, we're on the same side. Like, I know you, I love you. I love your music. Like, let's get this taken care of. And then after that, it was all gravy. It was really great. Yeah, that's good. He got it well taken care of.
Good. I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine Mo not making it right.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, no, but he doesn't take no shit either.
No.
So yeah.
Well,
he does make it right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good experience. It was all in all, it was a really good experience.
Yeah. So then I have, other than that, February 22nd, Duke City Championship Wrestling at the El Rey Theater. Do you guys like pro wrestling?
I'm slowly trying to get into it.
Okay. If you come down to the El Rey, you're going to fucking get thrust right into it.
Are you going to get me in?
Yeah.
I'll get you into the VIP party if you can get me into this.
Oh, that's easy. Done. Right, fucking A. You just go to the door and say, I'm here with Chris Burnett, and you're in the door.
Excellent. All right.
Well, either one of you who wants to go. Yeah. That's done. That's boom, done.
Done and dusted. All right.
I'm the voice of Duke City Championship Wrestling. So
that's rad.
You won't see or hear me during the show, but because you'll see
you do the commentary for the stream or what?
For the stream and for TV.
Excellent. That's cool. That's rad. Super cool.
But it's always weird because people are like, why can't we hear you? And I'm like, well,
you're at the show.
You're at the show. If you were like watching it, on TV later, sure. And it's like when you go to a baseball game, you can't hear the commentators.
Right.
It's just how it works. But so that's happening. What else? I mean, El Paso in April. That's El Paso Comic-Con. Smiley and I will be there.
Hell's bells.
And I think that's all I've got right now that I really want to push for anybody to come and hang out and Comic-Con or Comic Palooza in June. So yeah, in October I think we're gonna go back to Chronicon. Kevin Smith's.
Oh, we better. They wanted us back, dude. They liked us over there.
It's the 30th anniversary of Mallrats. So.
Rad.
Oh, we have to go. I need to get my skateboard signed
by Jason Lee.
Yes.
He got excited to hear him. He doesn't get excited like that about anybody famous.
It's a skater.
Well, yeah,
they're more important than famous people.
He's a pro skater. Has Palmer ever signed anything for you? That's weird. Because I
never asked. To be fair,
I mean, he's a pro skater. Oh, you know what? I'll tease something for the second hour. I spoke to someone for the first time last night since a major event, and they're going to come on this podcast. So we're going to tease that for the second hour. So I want to thank Travis and Jesse from Dust City Opera. I was going to say Duke City Opera.
We get that a lot. Yeah.
But
Dust City, yeah. It's Duke Duke City Orchestra, Dirt County Opera. Yeah, no, Dust City Opera.
Douche shitty opera.
Douche shitty.
But we'll all be back for the second hour. If you want to turn back over to the game for a little while we take a break, that's fine, I guess.
And if you don't, the score is, I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
17-0. Going into half.
Crap. Boring.
The halftime's coming up, so maybe go check that out.
With that, we are
10 drink minimum.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regret. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right, we're back. It is the Billy / Wavy Hour. Smiley, are you saddled up? Are you ready to go?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Do you have a Topo Chico seltzer to drink? Because that's our sponsor. Are they going to give us a pallet of that shit or what?
Hey,
it's good. No, it's great. I meant that in a good way. I love it. I do love it, actually.
Yes,
especially pineapple.
That is in the works.
Yeah, it's the good stuff, man.
I initially, but I think he initially said it as a joke, and I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, well, if he doesn't want to, that's fine.
No.
I was going to make a throne out of the cases, and then that's where you sat.
No, it's all coming together because he's like, oh, you really want to, you really want to, like, a palette for your studio?
I like how he's doing the impression of this dude we don't even know.
Yeah, well, I want to do it correctly. I mean,
all right.
Misrepresents him.
That's true, yeah.
But yeah, he's like, oh, you want a palette? You actually want a palette for your studio? Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I can actually deliver it right there.
Is he Elvis? Like, he's all, hey, thank you very much. You guys want some Topo Chico seltzer?
A little Elvis-y,
right?
But yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be fun. If you're just tuning in from the Super Bowl, we have a ceiling.
I think that's mine.
It is yours.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can move it back here.
All right.
I don't know what happened here.
Well, while we're focused on the ceiling, the score at halftime is 24-0.
There we go.
Eagles.
We have Travis.
That's great news.
And Jesse from Dust City Opera. And it's Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem on March 1st.
March 1st.
And did you guys say there's food trucks?
Yeah.
There's food trucks, and we have 2 full bars and a whole list of other things.
Mayhem will have 2 full bars, food trucks, interactive circus performances, and a special encore with Giovanni String Quartet.
Oh.
And of course, headlined by the Dust City Opera.
How interactive.
I can't believe you guys didn't bring that up in the first hour.
Yeah, it's God. It's like we don't know anything.
It's like we're bad at our jobs.
It's like I just came here to drink beer and
talk about sports. And Roswell. How dare you?
I'm just here to cut it up, man. Right. I'm just here to cut it up.
Like, if I go there, will I be able to do like the trapeze?
Is there amateur hour on
like how interactive is
you know what?
this?
Reach out to Sydney, use my name. We're gonna
figure this out. John
Travis Rourke.
They're like, have you done it before? He's like, no, I want to try it out though. Yeah, I don't want to buy one if I don't know what it's like.
I just think I might be good at it.
Yeah, don't let your dreams be dreams, Smiley.
Right.
I think it is.
I always try to make them real.
Yeah. I think it's important to note that this event is going to be 18 and over. It is not a 21 and over event. I don't know how many of your listeners are 18 and over versus 21.
So this is.
I have nieces and nephews.
So it's going to have a full bar, but it's also going to be for like people who are not 21.
Correct. Okay. Yes, we will have full bar available for those who are 21 and over.
2.
And what's
full bars?
2 full bars.
What? But I mean, where is the place? What venue?
Fusion. At Fusion Art Space. I don't know what the official.
I think it's Fusion Theater Company.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
It's
they do a lot of musicals. That's kind of their
they have an art gallery, and so it's down on First where First Dead ends.
I like how I was like, I've never been there, and he goes, yeah, they have a lot of musicals. Like, I'm uncultured as fuck. Like, oh yeah, that's why. I'm just kidding.
I don't do any of that dork shit.
Yeah. I actually go to musicals.
You can find more information at ampconcerts.org or at dustcityopera.com.
Oh, the website.
The websites.
Website.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you out of trouble now? They got in trouble.
No, we
got in trouble in the break.
We have some more talking points. There's a ton of picks from last year's event. So last year's event was really cool.
Yeah.
it sold out several times.
Mm-hmm.
So we released a certain amount of tickets. It sold out. We opened it up for some more tickets. It sold out again, and then we opened it up for even more tickets, and it sold out a third time. So
it was crazy. We were trying to get a specific person in, like this person is our friend and doesn't have a ticket. We are going to open one ticket.
Wow.
For this person, and so we did, and then before that guy was able to buy the ticket, it's
so like is this one of those events that's just going to get so big, like bigger every year?
I think so.
We're hoping so. Yeah,
we're heading on a good trajectory, and we rang it in really well with the first event.
Yeah. Where'd you guys have it the first one?
It was the same place,
Fusion.
Really? Yeah, Fusion.
How many people can go in there?
That's a good question. Sydney will text us
40
in a second.
40 people.
Yeah, I think 12.
I think it was like 300 last time.
Okay,
but I'm not positive.
We rented out more of the space though, so it's going to be a little bit bigger.
We're like next year, you're going to have it at the convention center.
Yeah, and then the Balloon Fiesta grounds, and then
that's like the Albuquerque Comic Con. I don't know where they're going to like next year.
Is it not at the convention center?
No, it was. It
was packed though.
The Saturday there was 25,000 people there.
Whoa.
It opened at like 10 a.m. and by like 11, the fire marshal was at the doors, and they were like, "You can't let anybody in until people leave." Did you go on Saturday?
No, I didn't go at all this year.
Okay,
actually, but
and then the Sunday was like 10,000. So the only thing I think they can do is, I guess, the convention center has like two sides to it. Like
yeah.
So
I used to work security at the convention center. Funnily enough.
Oh, you were that guy.
Yeah. So I'm familiar.
That was a fun job.
It was a job.
Who were you security for? Like anybody famous? Like the
it was
wise?
No. This so the things that I was there for were mostly
you're just all get the fuck out of the bathroom, you bastard.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, no free basin in there.
Yeah. I mostly worked in the parking garage.
Yeah.
And I was like customer service. I think the biggest event that we had there while I was there, or the biggest show that we had there, I wasn't there. I was working, but I wasn't there the night the Shins were there.
Oh.
They played at the Chemo, and
those guys.
I was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you would have seen me if I'd have been working that night.
Was the let's see, at the Kiva, which was it a long time ago, or was it?
This would have been about 2015.
Yeah. All right. I was at that one, but I wasn't backstage at that one.
Yeah. I would have been in the parking booth.
Oh, okay.
We had a few. They honestly, the like Norteño bands that would come through, they would get tons of people.
Fuck yeah, they
do. Dude. Those shows get rowdy.
Yes, they do.
So this show, I just got word that we have a 400 person cap this year.
Shit.
So 400 people in there listening to some DCO music. Let's get rowdy.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good, man. That's a good amount, man. This could turn into like one of those big. Yeah.
We're hoping, man. We're hoping. The last year was such a cool thing that we want to keep that magic rolling.
Well, sure, yeah.
It was so much fun.
And people love to fucking dress up. Dude, these days, like whether it's Halloween, cosplay, or something like masquerade. Like my friends she has parties at her house, and I'll show up like dressed nice, but I'm not dressed with the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And people like will give me a bunch of shit about it. And I'm like, oh, I fucking don't know. I don't know what RAR means.
That was the theme.
That's the theme of something coming up.
What a good party theme.
That's like raccoon stripes in the hair and pink.
Come on,
I hope so.
Rawr.
I hope you have that right, because I'll do that, and then they'll be like, "Well, what the fuck is this?
Is it RAR like W?
It's RAWR.
Yeah. That's like scene kid shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're scene kids for sure.
That's my era of high school.
I don't live a normal 50-year-old man's life.
You know what? I if I'm half,
you don't
as
look
cool
a
as
day
you,
over 49.
Thank you.
If I'm half as cool as you when I'm 50, I'll be pretty stoked about it, man.
How far away are you guys?
I'm 33. So,
okay.
Yeah, I got a little while.
Well, I'm one of those people that like I went in reverse. Like the first part of my life, I was like, I don't give a shit about anything.
Yeah, when I met this guy, he's like, "Oh, I hate going to costume parties. Why do I have to change my clothes?"
Yeah, now it's like, ooh.
And I was like, "Ooh, it's a new outfit."
They're nihilists, Donnie.
Right. They're nihilists, Donnie. They believe in nothing. Get behind me.
Say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude, but at least it's an ethos.
So yeah, so we did have they did. Here's the thing, like last night was my 50th birthday party at Launchpad, and we did have.
It was amazing.
It was supposed to be Simo was supposed to open, and she
happened?
Blew out her voice.
Oh no! I love Simo.
She hit me up on Friday and was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. She's like, I can't sing right now, so I'm gonna baby this and see if I can get it done. I kind of, it's one of those things now where we're at that in that pocket of like sickness where someone's going to get sick maybe. So I was like, someone's going to get sick. I knew it was going to happen. And Simo was the one that got sick. She was the opener. And luckily she was great though. She was like,
oh my God,
I want to make this right. She's like, I'm going to find a band for you, which can go real good or real bad. Mm-hmm. But it was like Simo and the Lovers. It was, Youngsville, who does the theme song for this show.
So
cool.
And Red Light Cameras, Red Light Cameras are, stellar, one of the bigger bands in Albuquerque. And I was really worried because they have a fuckload of people in their band. I was like, fuck, I hope one of them doesn't get sick or their kid or whoever, And luckily Youngsville was fine. Red Light Cameras are fine. But Simo blew her voice out, which, I mean, that, the band can't really play.
Right.
It's
It is called Simo and the Lovers.
Yeah. So she hits me up. She's like, all right, I got a band. And I was like, well, actually the band hit me up first. And they're like, I guess we're opening your show. And it was Dog Jury.
Oh,
and,
cool. Hell yeah.
And it was funny because like when I asked Simo if she wasn't going to play the show, I was going to ask Dog Jury.
That's great.
And
I don't give a shit about your dad's bank account.
Yeah. And I'm in the music video for Dog Jury's Tattoo at the Mall.
That's rad.
Yeah, I'm in their music video. So.
I got this bad attitude at the mall. Yeah, I've been bumming that I've been going through a rough couple of weeks, and I put the Dog Jury album in the car, and anytime I need to, it's just on and cranked.
Oh yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
And people are like, "What's it like?" I'm like, "It's like '90s, like Beastie Boys, kind of like
it's
screamy,
it's like the." If you distilled punk down, they found it. They bottled it, man.
Right.
It's a good album.
Album.
I like it a lot.
And when we went and filmed the music video, like they were like, "Will you be in the music video?" And I was supposed to go there for like one specific role, and I'm in the music. I'm actually three different people.
That's rad.
In the music video.
See, Chris, that's what happens when you bring your own costumes.
Right. And I'm actually a fourth person, but I have to point it out to you because you don't know. And
he's in the background kicking a baby.
Is it the cowhead?
No.
Shit.
No, I'm like cutting the band. The band is doing like the Reservoir Dogs walk, but they're walking towards the camera, and someone cuts through them. And like knocks Chris like out of the way. That's me. But I have a different outfit on because I brought multiple outfits, and
I told you,
and ideas because I was like, hey, what if we did this and this and then we shot it, and I was like, who cares if if you don't like it, let's shoot it and see if you and they took it and cut it together, and luckily it worked out. But we went to Cottonwood Mall. And which is the shitty mall in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho area.
Dude, it's so depressing now.
I will take your word for it because that is way too far away for me to go for a mall.
But we went there on purpose, Smiley, because if we got banned, then we got banned from the shitty mall.
Okay, cool. We'll never come back.
So
That's fine.
We went there and we're filming the whole time, and we're like kind of being degenerates. Like we're not breaking anything, we're not stealing anything, but we're not, we're like kind of like.
You're very obviously filming a music video
and like getting on the little kiddie rides and like mishandling shit and fucking with
Mayhem.
You know how many people came up and like said shit to us? None.
Yeah.
Not one fucking security guard, not one store owner. Like we went into Hollister and like filmed a scene where Barney runs out of Hollister like he's stealing, and I chase him out as like the manager of Hollister. No one in Hollister said shit. They were like,
they didn't say a thing.
Fuck no.
That's nuts, dude.
Fuck no.
So funny.
Not a fucking thing. It's in the music video where
That's
I'm like
rad.
chasing him out of the Hollister store, and at one point I'm wearing a shirt that says security on it, and like you'd think that they would not like that, but nope.
No.
We honestly that mall is a drop off point for the filming that goes on that side of town.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
So I'm sure they're like, these fuckers.
Well,
again.
and I have to think like so many people are like filming TikTok shit and all that now. Like they're like, I don't care. fuck it. Your kids and your fucking TikToks. You know?
Like I'm trying to,
you were probably like the respectful crowd that came in. Yeah.
Right.
It's like you were still being fucking
and it's like
disruptive.
I was shocked at how many like knife stores there are in there now. It's like, why are there knife and sword stores? Like, why are there more than one? And I'm talking like
that's the free market, baby.
Capitalism breeds competition.
And one of them literally has a mannequin of a ninja outfit with a ninja outfit on it.
Will they sell you the ninja outfit?
Because you buy
it? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I want to call that store Chris is 12 years old and wants everything in here.
Sure.
Because there's all the like knives and swords that like are just ridiculous. Like it looks like a dragon and it's a sword, you know. And as a kid, you're like, Jesus, that's amazing. That. But if you like actually use it in a fight, you'd cut your own like fingers off, you know.
I want somebody to come
backwards and stabs you.
I want somebody to come to Mayhem in that ninja outfit.
Right. Oh fuck yeah! There you go. Yeah,
that's your costume.
Wait, can we do calls to action on this podcast? We got told we couldn't at KUNM. So,
what's a call to action? Like,
I guess asking someone, you at home, buy that ninja outfit and wear it to Mayhem, please.
Fuck yeah!
I dare you. See, that's why I don't like that all the corporate stuff. They're like, well, I was on radio for like 3 weeks, and they would do this thing.
Joke. Just 3 weeks.
I left. I got fired or anything. I left. I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
He's all, yay, I'm on radio.
I was so excited. I had the rose-colored glasses. I was like, I made it. And then I get in there and they do this shit where they'd be like, hey, that was great. We like what you're doing. If next time you just could not say this and this. And then I'm like, all right. And then, like, after 3 weeks, I'm like, all right, fuck this.
Seems exhausting.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, he comes back to the show. He's like, that was interesting.
Yeah, experiment's over, yeah.
Guess I'm back for this, sir.
Yeah, and I'm like, why does radio exist? Like, I don't even get it anymore, but, you know, whatever, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can call to action. Put on a ninja outfit.
Yeah.
Wear pants.
Yeah.
Or don't if you don't
We have a saying in the band. It's follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
Live.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Follow your heart.
I think Clara, our accordion player, has worn pants a total of maybe 3 times in her life.
Oh, little Clara no pants, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Call her.
Sans pants.
Clara, also no shoes.
No.
Not a big
she's a free spirit. Well, she grew up on a farm, man.
Yeah.
Growing up on a farm, man, I had a big thick
why would you have pants
piece
on?
of skin on the bottom of my I had a big piece of skin on the bottom of my foot, like that thick, callus, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like I was wearing some Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, you do get callus. Like I remember not wearing shoes.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Clara, sound off in the comments. How are your calluses?
Yeah, do you have a big thick sole-like callus on the bottom of your foot?
If you refer,
needs to be cheese grated off. You know?
If you refer to your feet as hooves, you may have grown up on a farm.
Clara No Pants.
Here's my hooves.
Doctor No Pants.
Doctor No Pants. I like that.
We're gonna get a lot of mileage out of our esteemed colleague, Dr. Byam.
Dr. Byam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's gonna be so pissed. She'll be like, "How dare you?" I'll see her in public, and she'll just punch me right in the face. Mr. Funny Man, huh?
That sounds like her. That sounds like
real funny.
She's got some unchanneled aggression. I'd say steer clear.
It might be channeled now.
Oh yeah.
Directly at Chris.
But going back to
she's got a target. She's got a goal.
Yeah. But so Dog Jury filled in at the party. We had a good showing.
Oh my god, it was so much fun.
Well, see, that's where I'm going. It sucked for me because it's my birthday and I was like so excited for it, and I was so sick all week. I just did not fully have it to be having fun. And I struggled, man.
You're like, I just got back on my feet here. I'm gonna sit at this booth and say hi to people.
I couldn't stand for very long. I legitimately couldn't.
Yeah, man. 9 pounds in 5 days is
9 pounds in 5 days is really bad. And so my goal for the week though, Smiley, was to get to the party.
Well,
and I made it.
You made it.
Yeah. And then Vince, Simo's husband, saved my life because I had 4 beers and my stomach was like, I was very, very, very close to puking. And he's like, I'm going to go over to that cigarette store. You want some Tums? I was like, yeah. And he ran and got Tums. And he like secretly like walked by and he like just stuck it in my hand. And then I like chewed them up. And saved my life.
That seems like a very 50-year-old thing to do.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
secreting Tums in your hands.
Oh yeah. Well, no, like in my 20s, I had the worst stomach problems. Worst.
So you've been dealing with this for a while.
No. Well, yeah, until my gallbladder crapped out, and then once it crapped out, I didn't have those problems. The only reason I had the problems with it Saturday is because I just was like recovering, and I drank and like
Yeah.
I had like barely any nutrients in my body, probably.
I did not mean that as a slight.
You just son of a bitch.
No.
Scott,
do we gotta fight you?
Scott
now?
is the band
What is
dad.
going on?
And he has to carry Tums around with him.
Oh, it's what? Like when you're touring or something, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's like it's hard to eat on tour.
Yeah.
Like
every meal's a restaurant, man, and you'd never know,
Yeah, and like
it's hard to eat well.
It's hard to eat well. Yeah. And we like try to cook on the road, but it's like,
where would you cook?
Well, we stay at Airbnb sometimes.
Okay.
And so like we'll have a full kitchen, but it's just hard to plan around. And most of the time
see Clara with no pants on at the stove, just firing up some cheese.
She is the cook.
It's that picture, but it's me without pants. So the thing is, like, we're driving during the day.
The most irresponsible way to cook.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's all firing up the walk, guys. What could go wrong?
You gotta watch out for little Travis. No, it's like we're driving, so we'll drive all day.
Yeah.
And then roll into town for sound check, unload all of our shit, set up, get ready, and then we have to go scramble to find dinner.
Sure.
And then come back to the show. And then we go to sleep and do the same thing the next day.
How often do the venues have food for you?
Almost never.
Yeah,
it's happened.
Really?
It's happened twice, 3 times maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of like we're all, we're like a weird band, and most of us have college degrees, so like we do a lot of student engagements, which is nice, and those are usually pretty cherry.
Yeah. But they're not giving you craft services and that shit.
No, I mean they'll feed us, but it's not like but like when we do like the rock clubs, which we do a lot of those, like it's
nothing.
It's like like good luck, here's 2 drink tickets a person.
Like, not even some cheese and crackers.
One time Taos Mesa Mothership gave us a full pan of enchiladas.
Oh my god.
Really
that's fucking dope.
It was really great.
I saw fucking the Wallflowers there, and they were supposed to play. They were supposed to play out in the amphitheater.
And
it fucking rained. It had to move.
Same thing happened to
us. That was the best show. One of the best shows of our lives.
That was for sure a great show.
So many Texans were there, and I guess this is like back when craft beer was taken off, and they didn't have any there. So they were all coming over from Amarillo to go watch the Wallflowers. And then I never seen so many like middle-aged people throwing up.
Like the ABV plus the altitude, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's true. The altitude. I didn't know the altitude
will get you. We went out there. I don't even remember when this was, but we played they have a new shipping container stage.
Yeah.
That's out there.
It's awesome.
It's really
totally
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
It's a great
So
stage.
we were playing out there, and it started raining and lightning, and so we had to go inside, and they basically told us, well, we had played 3 songs. I don't even know.
We played like half of the first set.
Yeah, we played half of the first set, and then they said, "Okay, we got to go inside." And so we had a
had a lightning warning.
Yeah, I had a lightning warning, and so we had to go in and do a little meeting and say they told us, "Well, we can get you back in later, or you can just play inside. Like you can do something inside." And we were like, "Fuck it,
who cares?
Mama ain't raised no bitch. Like we're gonna finish this out."
Yeah.
And so we unplugged and we gave Paul one vocal mic, and everybody just set up a stripped down set, and we played to people inside, and they loved it.
Shit, yeah, dude.
That Gary Blackchild gave us the best compliment we've ever got from him. He said we won the Mesa that night.
That's sick.
It was really great, dude.
It was a great show.
What trips me out is like I've seen Roger Klein and the Peacemakers. I've seen them like 7 times, right? They're one of those groups that like they did the theme song to like King of the Hill, like
hell yeah.
So they're from Arizona, and they have a big cult following. And I think the last time they played at Launchpad, it was like post COVID, but like people were still getting it pretty regular. And so I get to the venue and they're like, most of the band has COVID except for Roger and the bass player. And that's it. And so they're like, that's all who's going to play. Like Barney tells me this, I think, when I get there. And like, I'm sitting there talking to like these people who are like Uber fans, right? And they're like, this fucking sucks, man. It's not going to be the whole fucking band. And I look at them and I go, have you seen the band before? Oh, I've seen them like 5 or 6 times. Have you ever seen it when it's just Roger and the bass player? No. Well, then why would it not be fucking cool? Yeah. And fucking A, dude, it was sick as fuck. Like, he played his acoustic guitar, the bass player played bass, and they drank so much fucking booze. The bass player fell off the Launchpad stage. The audience caught him.
Oh my God.
And they had to lift him back on. Like,
that's crazy. And that's not a short stage.
That would hurt, dude. That would hurt. He fell off. Yeah. He was like up in front of the speakers. He was like, yeah, wow. And he fell and they caught him. And it was so intimate and awesome. And and they've told stories. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta understand, like, they came out and they did what they did out of love for being musicians, and they were like, the show's gonna go on, these people paid, but fuck it, let's just do whatever. And sometimes that's the one you're gonna tell the story about. For years on years. You know?
I mean, we had the same kind of like thing in Boise. We did Tree Fort 2023, and it was like,
I heard that the festival's dope, man.
Yeah, it's a fun festival. Yeah, and it's like a same kind of thing. We played at this dive bar that had like, a plywood stage the size of this couch.
Yeah,
and
half the band's off the stage.
Half the band's off the stage, and we had to set up everything. And then like also like we're not like, we kind of wear our values on our sleeves, and so we were a little nervous going into this like Idaho dive bar with
bunch of trucks.
But fuck, they loved it, and it was like the same story, like small vibe, like just really good. Really
Sounds
good
like
people.
a similar story that happened to a guy I know, Pee Wee Herman, where he walked into a bar.
Yeah, it was exactly the same. Yeah,
he got that crowd.
Yeah,
but so what, like, when you guys travel on tour, how often do you guys like walk in and 3 people show up?
It happens occasionally.
Yeah.
We had a really disappointing turnout in Wichita on the last tour. It was
fucking Jack White, man. He's like telling us about Wichita, and it ain't all that.
It was like everything. So the whole day on the whole was great.
Yeah.
We got to record in their studio and put out a really great video, and it was great.
Oh, that's cool.
But the live show was at this huge venue, and there were literally 3 people there.
Yeah.
One of them was the bartender from the fucking hotel we invited from the night before. And then the other 2, it was a couple. It was his birthday, and he did not want to be there. But we still had to put on the show, and I'm sure the pictures are really great. It was a cool stage. It was a great stage. Great fog, great production.
I just want to hear what that bartender's idea was. He's all, these guys invited me to this.
I have no idea. I think we talked to him afterwards. He seemed to like the music.
That's
like,
good.
Music's good, but I think you may have over. I thought you guys were popular.
Just not in Wichita, man.
When you go on tour, it's really tough. I mean, sometimes part of the tour is to spread the word of
So that's why we're trying to hit
that tour.
We're trying to hit the same markets. So this tour that we're gonna go on in March is we're hitting Lubbock, and then Lawrence, Kansas, Lincoln, Nebraska, La Crosse, Wisconsin, St. Paul, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then back to Albuquerque.
Sounds like a lot of college towns too.
Yeah. So
we do good in college towns. Yeah,
we did great in Lawrence. La Crosse is really close to where we did the show in Wisconsin.
Okay,
hometown. So it's like
from us.
Wichita on a fucking Monday. Did you work the straw? Fucking Jack White.
Fuck you, Jack White.
I've been to Wichita, man. I remember we were there. When I was in college, we were moving my friend to Fort Hays, Kansas, and I don't know why we stayed in Wichita, but like we met these 2 girls, and they're like, "You guys want Mexican food?" And they were like, "We know this place, Pepe O'Brien's," and I was like, "Pepe O'Brien? No, we don't want to fucking eat there." I mean, maybe some crunchy tacos, but that's it. Like, we're not gonna eat Pepe O'Brien's.
Dude, for some reason, we find the best Mexican restaurants on tour.
Yeah.
It's like they're always.
We went to a place in Boise.
The place in Boise.
We had a really good Mexican food place in Boise.
You missed out on the place in in eastern Colorado. So we went from. Where were we going? We were in Kansas and we were in Colorado going into Kansas.
Right.
And I-70 was shut down because of winds. And so we were stopped in this little
Kansas.
town. Yeah. This little town in eastern Colorado that didn't have anything, but we ended up at this Mexican restaurant. It was really good. Boise, just wherever we are, we just find the good Mexican restaurant.
Like, that's a thing though. Cause I mean,
we're everywhere.
But you want to walk in and see the people, and if they barely speak English, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
The food's going to be good.
Like Chicago, that's me and my friend were there, and we found really good burritos, and like they had like red and green, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what is the red sauce made out of? Is that red chili? And he's like, no. Like, all right, never mind. And it definitely was not,
Yeah.
So, this is 2 types of tomatillos.
Yeah. Yeah. When we were in Chicago, last time. We went to the Malort distillery.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's right. We went down the street to
the C&H distilling. It's down in, I guess, like a really big Mexican neighborhood.
Should we do another shot of Malort while you tell these?
No. Fuck you. Why?
Big Mexican neighborhood. Go ahead.
And so the distiller was like, "You guys want to get lunch?" And we walk over. And it's me and Smiley from New Mexico, and then our friends from New Jersey who are with us. And we go in, and like it was really hilarious because like immediately Smiley and I get accents like when we're ordering, And I had to explain to my friend what the food, what was what on the menu.
Yeah, we're looking at the menu roll. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, and of course it was great. I mean, and then they had the Cholula and the Tapatio and the
Dude, you know what's so weird is going into like big stores, like big grocery stores, or like you go into a Walmart in fucking Utah or in, Wisconsin, and the homogenous whiteness.
Oh yeah.
It's
unsettling, man. Like
I tell that story a lot of that Utah Walmart. Like it just was weird. And
like mayonnaise was the spicy stuff.
Yeah. And then like I felt weird. Like, and
there's too much black pepper on this.
Yeah. And then we walked out, and Travis was like, "Did you notice that like there were no not white people in there?" I was like, "That's what it was. That's what it was."
When
it felt so weird. I tell that story.
You know what? There's I'm from Arkansas originally, and one of the things that always weirds me out when I don't go back there anymore, but when I went back there, is like you go to, like, it didn't matter what ethnic food like restaurant you went to, they had the ubiquitous like Southern accent. So you go like, I'm like, this is like some of the best Vietnamese food I've ever had.
Yeah.
Y'all like that? Was that good for you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
How was that banh mi?
There is a huge Vietnamese population in the Gulf Coast of Texas.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Vietnamese is the third most spoken.
I mean,
language
here there's a huge.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we did fuck up Vietnam. Yeah, like
Sure.
the whole situation is
Right.
pretty bad for a while. So my dad ran a pest control business, and we had one of those customers that was like, she grew up in Texas. It's Dat Wynn's family, the linebacker from the Cowboys. From the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. His family owns a chain of Vietnamese restaurants.
Oh, that's awesome.
And my dad did their pest control, and so it's like the same thing. We're walking in for like, this is like family friends at this point serving us really great food, and it's perfectly Vietnamese, and everyone's speaking with Texas accent.
Oh, it's so unconcerning. You're like, what is this?
It's very weird. Yeah. That is interesting. So like my mom and dad lived in Mississippi for a couple of years, and I went down there with a friend of mine and a girlfriend at the time for Thanksgiving. And the night before Thanksgiving, we all went out to this bar that was like 2-story outside of right by a lake. Packed, like at capacity, both floors, and it was like the same situation you were talking about, where like I'm in there and I'm like, this is cool, but like very weird. And my friend was like, "What? Yeah, it is weird, but what's weird?" And I was like, And it clued on me, and I was like, everyone is white.
Yeah.
Everyone. And like, for people who are listening to this when you're from New Mexico, we don't think of diversity as like something that's part of our culture, but it's very part of our culture. Like, you hang out with people of all different ethnicities like your whole life.
I mean, it's been a cultural crossroads for a really long time.
Big time.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, between colonialism and the multiple indigenous cultures that are here.
Oh, sure.
Like, there's been a lot of that mixing going on, and I think we're really fortunate.
Well, I mean, if you like, when I was growing up, like, we would do the Pledge of Allegiance, but then in school, but then after the Pledge of Allegiance, you would do the New Mexico. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico among these divided cultures.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually part of,
I heard the New Mexico salute, New Mexico flag salute for the first time. I went and watched a friend of mine get sworn into the state House of Representatives.
Yeah.
And I heard it. It's really, it's nice.
Kind of, but it's short and sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, had you ever seen the Albuquerque flag?
I have seen, when I worked at the convention center, I had to wait because they have an Albuquerque flag.
It's weird. Like, so I got that because, we're in Chicago, and Chicago has a really cool city flag. It's just white, and it has the 4 stars and then the blue.
I mean, he has it like tattooed on his arm.
Partially tattooed on.
Are they 6-pointed stars? How many points on those?
No, he's got the Malort one on it.
I've had the Malort one.
So it's an older version.
Yeah. But the 4 stars represent 4 different periods in the city of Chicago's history. Like, one of them is the Great Chicago Fire. All these different things. But like, I was like, oh, does Albuquerque have a flag? And I Googled it, and I was like, weird. Like, you never see it.
Have you seen somebody tried to redesign?
Yeah.
Hold on, filibuster while I try and find this.
I did not know this.
So there are like rules. Vexillology is like the study of flags.
Yeah.
Right?
And in the what makes a flag that people love, like, what's the appearance, and it's like simplicity. It has to have both sides have to, be
no words.
Yeah.
And like we're breaking some of the rules.
But our state flag doesn't.
But our state flag is like, I think it's perfect.
Well, did you see, like, there was a whole like article where they voted on the best state flags, and we got number 1.
We got number 1.
Us and
people say that about our turquoise license plate too.
Yes.
They're like, the turquoise license plate is like the best state license plate.
I think the flags. Okay, my rank list. I'm going to give you my top 5.
Okay.
It goes New Mexico.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Okay.
Arizona.
I'm with you on this.
Texas.
No.
Maryland.
No, on the Texas.
I like Maryland.
Maryland's great.
I don't know about
terrible.
You hate Maryland.
Oh, it is. That was the one I was going to say is the worst.
Did Maryland plate?
Maryland flag?
Really?
Yes.
Or are we talking about plates or flags here?
The flag.
I don't even know what is the Maryland flag.
Oh, it is like
what it looks like.
Very like just blunt. Let's see.
So here,
are you pulling it up for me?
I am pulling it up. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but
hold on, I got you.
Yeah, it's like
it's not.
It's not. Really.
Was that the New Mexico?
It's like Tetris.
Oh, that's the New Mexico.
That's in Albuquerque, a redesign for the Albuquerque.
Oh, I see. I hate that. I hate that.
That's terrible.
I mean,
how dare
but
they?
it fits the rules. It
Hold
fits
on.
the rules better than this.
This doesn't fit our rules.
It has text on it, so on the back, that
the
Albuquerque is going to be backwards. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Here's the Maryland flag. That.
Yeah. Dude, it's so
F?
good, man.
It's so jarring to me.
It's so good.
And then here, hold on. Let me share it with the audience for people watching.
Yes, if you can't see it, it's atrocious.
Thank you, Smiley. Hold
on. All things art is subjective, Smiley.
Oh,
I'll thank you to remember that.
That's fair. This is my own personal opinion on it.
Is this the stance of 10 drink minimum?
I think so.
I don't know. Yeah, apparently,
the official stance of the podcast.
I'm like,
is Maryland's flag sucks.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure I said atrocious.
What is your?
That looks like vomit.
Favorite?
It looks like vomit, dude. Look at that.
My 6th favorite flag.
Ew.
My 6th favorite U.S. state flag. I'm gonna have to think about it.
And the Texas one, I don't know. I think it's just plain.
It's iconic.
Then California's is.
California. Okay,
That's
California.
I
like
California 6.
I like the California flag.
California is good.
California's a
cool,
bear,
yeah.
right?
Okay,
Colorado's flag fucks though. Colorado's flag is really good.
Yeah, and Arizona's too.
Arizona's is also really good.
I saw a leather jacket of the Arizona one, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But Because I don't think you do a leather jacket of the New Mexico one. It'd be cool. It'd be like, wolf.
But
a lot of yellow.
But the New Mexico flag is cooler as a tattoo than the Arizona flag.
Damn straight.
For sure.
I will say this. I will say this about Texas, though. The license plate is just dull.
It used to be so much better, man.
Black on white. Right?
Black on white. When it happened,
it's like an essay.
Because I love minimalist design.
Sure.
I'm a guy. I like line. I like shape. I like
sure.
Big blocks of color. So it was nice when it came out. It's boring.
See now, if for people listening out there, if you live here and you see a white license plate, it doesn't matter if it's red or black. You go, Does that mean either California or Texas?
Yeah, if you're not rocking yellow or turquoise,
and they're like, you guys know the crime is really high here,
or green chili.
You guys should do something about that.
The green chili license plate, iconic.
Dude, the first time I ever saw the Chile one, the Chile capital of the world one, I thought it was like the Jamaican license plate, and I have one now. It's like black and it's like red and yellow, and I was like, "Is that Jamaica?" I was like, "Oh, that's us." I was like, "What?" Because because it's. So for people who don't know, in New Mexico we have like 8 different license plates you can choose from.
Yeah. It's a little ridiculous.
We're very artist centric, which is dope. But like there's the original yellow and red, which is iconic. Mm-hmm. There's the turquoise and yellow, yeah, which is now becoming iconic. There's the black, red, and green one
with chilies on it.
Yeah. The chili capital.
With the yellow text. It's got
yellow text on it. Then there's one that's like white with like a balloon on it.
Oh yeah,
right. It's like kicked over to the side.
Yeah. That's what's on my.
There's the UNM one.
There's a Lobo. There's a New Mexico State one.
Say one.
That's right. I forgot about that because there's both the universities. So there's so many
there's like an agriculture one.
Oh, that's right. Because I got pissed because
it's like a fishing and hunting one.
Must hate
because there's actual license plates for farming and ranching that you're like for a farm vehicle, so that you can drive it, but you don't have to like pay. I don't think you have to get it like licensed every year. So there's an agricultural one, and I thought it was the farm and ranch one, and it was like someone's Porsche, and I was like, "What in the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "You're not driving this fucking thing on the ranch, you know?"
I looked it up actually because my wife just got her like New Mexico stuff. So I was like, "How many?"
So we're not going to smash her windows out now.
Yeah, how many fucking license plates are there? And like a lot of those like agriculture ones are just like you can have this for a fee, and then we just like put it into the agriculture fund.
Oh,
there's like 10 of those. Like there's so many of them, and there's like there are license plates on like the newmexico.org website that I've never seen before that like you can get.
And
and I live here,
and you want those, right? Because then everybody will be like, "Where the hell? That's what the shit." Yeah. I mean, I like it. I don't know. I don't care.
I think it's cool.
But you're right. State troopers must be like motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck the police. I listen to rap music. I know what's going on.
I like state troopers. They're nice people.
What the fuck?
They've always been nice to me. What? They're like, where are you going? Like 60 miles over the speed limit? There's a nice car there. Does it have a turbo?
I'm sure that's what happened. As they arrested
allegedly.
We don't want to talk.
No, I mean, I got
Miley and the police.
a ticket. But they were very nice about it.
All right.
There's a George Orwell quote. I have no particular love for the idealized worker, but when I see an actual flesh and blood worker in conflict with his natural enemy, the policeman, I don't have to ask myself whose side I'm on.
Right.
So yeah, that works.
I know. So it's funny because some of my coworkers, I was like, they were like, "Yeah, we don't really listen to rap music," and I was like, "Oh, so you love the Cops?" and they were like, "What's the correlation of that?" I was like,
It's pretty direct.
It's pretty direct.
A straight line from that to my conclusion.
How often do you hear people say, "I listen to all genres of music except for rap and country"?
Right.
I argue that has a lot to do with race and class.
Yeah.
So get better, people. I'm trying to say.
I've never heard a genre of music called cop music.
No.
That's country.
It's because blue lives don't matter.
It's called country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that because I grew up listening to country, and the country I listen to.
Well, there's
I don't think like the Cops.
It's called outlaw country for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's
It's called Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, brother.
Eastbound and Down. The cops were the bad guy. Like, that's the thing. Like, people are like, why do you don't like the cops so much? I was like, I grew up loving. Like, the cops were the bad guys.
It's amazing the turn that's been made in rural America. Because, like, the Dukes of Hazzard, the cops were the bad guys.
Cops were the bad guys.
Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit. Cops were the bad guys.
Yeah. And now for everyone to be licking boots all the time, it's like it's kind of crazy how that happens.
Blue lives matter till I have to kill one to get over to the Capitol building. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. And you know, I've had friends that have been police, and you know that's fine. They made a choice, you know. But like, I grew up like in a world where you didn't, and like my mom and dad. Like, my dad was a cop at one time in his life, but did he teach me to like the police? Nope. Did my mom? Nope. They're like, don't trust the police.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
I love it.
You're on this show. This is where we always go.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's
Hell
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, my dad was a police officer, and he's all.
I'm surprised we don't get arrested all the time.
Hey,
don't trust them.
Just shut the fuck up. Just visit SHUT.
Yeah.
THEFUCK.com.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Don't talk to cops.
No thanks. And when I do, like, you know what? And that's the thing. I've had many run-ins with the police, and very rarely is it positive. You know, like I was downtown one time, and there was a girl sitting in her own urine, passed out on the sidewalk. And like, you know, there was a lot of people downtown at that time. And like, I walk over, I was like, officer, that girl is like in a lot of trouble. And he turns to me, he's like, you don't think I have fucking eyes? And I was like, okay. My bad for...
I guess you've got it under control, Chief.
Just serve and protect, my friend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, you know.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it's not like I, like, just, you know, think it's cool that NWA said it. I mean, I've had run-ins many a time with them, and not as many positive ones as I would have liked, you know?
Sure. Yeah, so, man.
Yeah. They usually try to arrest me.
Yeah, I mean, you probably fit a profile.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
Someone just beat me up and broke my window. So can we look inside your house and maybe put handcuffs on you?
No.
Wait, what the hell?
What kind of solution is that?
Right.
Hey,
I can't believe we came from the frontier for this bullshit.
Excuse me, there's a domestic dispute next door. Oh yeah, we're gonna send a guy with anger issues and a gun. He'll be right there.
Right. I want to go in your house.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Please do not.
The dude that did it is over there. I can still see him. Like he's not even running
20
anymore.
feet away.
Did you guys hear about ICE? Okay, this is all allegedly. I read an article, but they broke into somebody's apartment. Were searching around. The 3-month-old is screaming. They're trying to get information, and it takes them a few minutes to realize that they're in the wrong house. They just broke into somebody's house.
Jeez.
Tore it up. And
Whoops.
They were at the wrong place. Yeah. Dude,
that doesn't sound like the cops I know.
That sounds like a daily event.
Sure.
Man, give them a medal.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying their jobs aren't hard, because they are. But still.
I got to check if we're getting a text from Sydney on this.
She's all doing the...
Please,
she's getting into the hook.
Mayday.
She's the one who asked.
The city of Albuquerque is a sponsor this year.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
Well, we have their flag right here.
Yeah, we love
our flag.
Hey, no.
Our flag.
I love the city of Albuquerque, like the physical ground, the buildings, and everything.
I love it like a fucking lover. This is my town.
Me too.
Rules, man.
And I'll say this, man. But like working with the city of Albuquerque, not a big fan. But but I will say this. You know, there's a lot of crazy things going on in this world for all you people out there. And I got to do a panel with the Lord of the Rings guys, and Sean Astin just got his like masters in like civics or some shit like that. Like,
oh wow,
he's pretty impressive, and he said it right. He said, "How are we going to right the ship of this this world?" And it's local and state government, and that's absolutely correct.
Yeah,
and they've been announcing the candidates for who's running for mayor now, and maybe you guys aren't happy with who the mayor is now. Maybe you are, I don't know, but they've announced, and there's 4 so far. Go look them up, and let's start writing this ship, man.
Yeah, man. It's getting small. It's getting local.
Yeah.
That's how we
completely agree.
And
I've been an elected official before, and it seems like it's the time. I'm like, I don't want to go back into it.
I need to know so much more, Smiley.
But
please tell me, where were you elected? What were you elected to?
I would like to tell you he's lying, but this is not. He's telling you the truth.
Okay, so it was here.
Yeah,
the position.
I was on the Albuquerque Youth Advisory Council for Mayor Chavez. I was elected. That was an elected position. Like, I had to get elected.
Yeah.
And I served my 2-year term, and I got reelected for another 2-year term.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And you know the ART project?
Uh-huh.
I helped write that.
The ART project. No one calls it the ART project. They call it the art project.
I do, because I fucking wrote it.
Word. Right on. That's great, man.
They used everything that we wrote, just like 10 years later.
Huh.
Smiley's one of the people.
The machine moves slowly.
They just got a bunch of like 15 to 17-year-olds to write up ideas for the city, steal them from us, and give us credits.
Wow, that's awesome!
Like, we have like our names at the bottom.
Yeah. People say the art bus. They go awesome. No,
that was not the original intent.
I like it. I like the art bus, and I like what it does.
Now. It's good now.
But you know how scapegoated it? They're like, well, you know, the art project ruined Nob Hill, and I'm like, no, it didn't.
It did not.
No,
Nob
Hill ruined Nob Hill.
Rich people ruined Nob Hill.
COVID kind of. Ruined
I am proud of the ART project.
Right.
Sure.
Well, you know what? Yeah, when you say rich people, I agree with that, because there's that Nob Hill Association, and they were like, we're tired of these partying bars down here. Do you know this? Like,
no, I didn't.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best part of Nob Hill.
That's the only part of Nob Hill.
And they were like upset that was, you know, because like used to in Nob Hill, you couldn't get growlers at when Kelly's was there.
Yeah.
And Tractor came in, and Tractor was selling growlers, and they had to stop because they didn't realize you were not allowed to sell them, because
it's like he's catering. He's catering this for me. I used to I used to own a bar in Nob Hill.
Harlow's on the Hill.
Me and my brother. And we had to deal with the Nob Hill Neighborhood Association.
Snob Hill.
Which we lived in that neighborhood too. So we would see them at the neighborhood associations too. And they're like, and this fucking bar, that's us. We're over here.
That's crazy.
Oh, damn it. I mean, we were going to talk a bunch of shit. I know. That's why you're here. We're here.
So they were pissed. That's why like Imbibe shut down. Well, then the baseball player guy got shot. The UNM baseball player got shot outside of what's that? It used to be there, the Monte Vista fire station.
He died.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. And when that happened, they were like, we need to get rid of this nightlife atmosphere in Nob Hill. And then the blame was like the art bus, and it's like, no. It was these fuckheads that, like, you know, these rich motherfuckers that were like, we don't like all this partying.
I love how they'll go all the way out of their way to say it's not the guns.
Yeah.
That the gun problem in this country has nothing to do with the guns.
Right.
It's the bus.
It's the bus.
We'd rather blame public transportation.
Yeah. There's drunks out here.
And I mean,
buses.
Our bus, you know, construction was probably difficult on some businesses, and it did shut down some businesses, I'm sure.
Oh, do you know how much they hated us for having a live music venue there?
Oh, I can't imagine. Did they care about the meat waffle? They made a thing called the meat waffle at his bar, and it was like Thursdays women eat free meat waffles or some shit.
I need so many more details, please. Meat waffle?
Meat waffles, yeah.
Okay, tell me more.
What
was it made out of?
I mean, think about it. It's a waffle iron with like savory meats. You just.
It wasn't this. This was a
Ta-da!
This was a beeline. A beeline in 30 Rock, wasn't it?
So I thought
Tracy Jordan do this.
Home of the
maybe
meat waffle
after
is lemon. I'm gonna get it pregnant.
Yeah.
That was that.
I love that so much. I'm gonna take it behind the middle school and get it pregnant.
Right.
No, we did that before.
Yeah. So here's the
Carlos.
Here's the thing about Smiley.
Waffle.
Smiley will say these outlandish things, and you're like, okay, what the fuck? And then I will think it's bullshit, and then sure enough, some fucking artifact will pop up, and it's like, there it is. Sure enough, I saw a flyer online that someone's like, oh, hey Smiley, I was digging through the house, found this, and it's like fucking Harlow's on the Hill, and it's like some dude, like, you know, like the 50s cartoon of a guy, and he's like got the pipe, and it's all home of the meat waffle. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Fantastic. I'm
There it is.
so sad that I missed this part of Albuquerque history.
I believe it was Tuesdays is ladies' night, and ladies eat meat waffles for free.
Wow. That's awesome.
I missed this too because I was not here when
Excellent.
this happened. But,
and we painted the building purple
because of course
to make it a fucking eyesore. Actually, we only opened the entire thing because we hated Wally that runs Geckos.
Yeah.
And so we opened like a bar across the street from him and painted it bright purple and put neons on it. And it was basically just a giant fuck you to you.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, you didn't think we would do this?
So
You didn't think we would do this?
It's where the Fantang is.
the
now.
Fantang, yeah. Oh, crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah,
So we could just glare at him from our bar over to his bar and be like,
That's so good.
Which I love Geckos.
Geckos is fun.
Geckos is great, but Wally's a jackass.
I'm not gonna disagree on
Allegedly.
that. Yeah.
Alleged.
An alleged jackass
Well,
is still a jackass.
There was that Facebook stank that happened.
Oh yeah.
And then he caved to labor. I'm always going to respect somebody who caves to labor.
Yeah. Well, they kind of told him to shut up. They were
Sure. And he listened.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone was about to boycott the shit out of the place.
You know what? He still listened. He could have not.
That's true. No, I mean, I got you. Yeah. I'm with it. Yeah.
I still go. Those green chili cheese fries are pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to
It's been a while since
they have the best staff.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Staff's great.
And that's what sucks. It was
The
like when that happened, everybody was like, well, I love all the people that work there.
Yeah.
And Smiley was like, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough, Smiley.
Sure.
We didn't listen.
I opened the Spite Bar.
Is the lesson here that we need to listen to Smiley more often?
Yeah. I don't know, but
That's a tough pill to swallow.
I don't know if anybody, I don't even know if people should listen to me. So I don't know.
What the hell are we doing here then?
Who knows?
Most of the things I do seem to work out.
Yeah. Because I built the studio and I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I just never gave up. Sooner or later, everybody's like, well, he must be doing something. I don't know, something. There's a big, here's the funny thing. So this was at the party last night, right? And then there was when I'm pointing at there's like a large card.
Do you want me to grab it?
No, it's fine. I can just move here. Watch. I'll do this.
We have technology.
Yeah.
We have the technology.
I don't even need to get up from the couch.
But there's a large card that they made of me for this party, and it has my face on it. This says "Everybody loves Chris." So many people were like, "Really? You made a card for yourself?" I was like, "No. Why would I? Why would you think I made that? Like, I showed up and it was there. You know, Tammy from A Good Side made it, and there were stickers with my face on it." And they were like,
"Oh, I have a magnet of
a magnet," and they were like,
"I want one of those stickers, please."
I have them. Yeah.
Okay,
I have tons of them.
I would love them.
Magnets. And I was like, and people accused me. They're like, "Did you really make stickers?" I'm like, "Why would I make stickers of myself? Why would I?
That's something I would do.
Do people think you're self-absorbed?
I'm sure, but and that's fair. I don't. But like, I was not like, you know what? You guys, I need a big card for people to sign. No, someone who loves me was like, let's do this. You know, she owns a print shop and she can make that stuff. I mean, you know, when you've been in the business for a while, like all of us in this room, you get friends in different industries that, like, you know, you can glean from, and like, hey, and they just do. Like, I didn't ask for that, but it's badass, you know. But it was so funny. So many people were like, "You really had a card made of yourself?" No. Like, yeah,
and you had to deal with this all on the tail end of a terrible flu.
Yeah. No, but it was fun though.
Sure. Yeah.
And they did bring out, like, my friend Simo. She got a big box of like white glasses, and handed them out. And it was funny because like someone showed up and they're like, "Jesus Christ, there you are." They're like, "I've thought you were somebody for like 5 fucking people," and I laughed. I was like, "That's funny."
Everyone had
the most recognizable feature of your face is your glasses.
Right.
And everyone had them on.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great. I mean, that is what I look for
if
I'm looking for you. Yeah.
Well, and that was the point.
Yeah.
Like, when I originally put them on, because people kept confusing me with another guy, like in the scene. And I don't like him.
Sure.
And I definitely don't like being confused as him. And so I was like, I'll tell you off the air who it is if you want to know.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'm not that person. And they were like, oh, you know, because I'd come up and they'd be like, when is your band playing? And I'm like, I am not blah blah blah, and they'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Art. Oh, sorry," and I'm like, "Yeah." So now, but I've also lost weight since then, so I definitely don't get confused anymore. But yeah, I hated it.
You had to brand yourself.
Yeah,
it's good.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I was like,
the amount of other drummers that look exactly like me in the city is.
Who do you get confused for?
You know, like
I'm trying to think.
The red light cameras guy and I have gotten confused. I'm shorter
Justin.
and stouter.
Justin? You think I would never in a million years think you and Justin
I think
look
somebody who doesn't know either of them.
Right.
I don't know if you know, like Travis Emmerich. He plays like jazz drums.
Oh, I don't know him.
He and I have gotten confused for each other before.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, you don't look like Ryan Shirota. He's only in like 6 bands.
Yeah.
How many bands are you in? Just one?
Yeah.
That's lazy.
The jazz orchestra.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I do a lot of pickup gigs.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like drummers are like the people. Like I remember there was one Night of Living cover bands where like a drummer played every set.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that guy's a badass. Like, fuck, man.
You have played in a bunch of bands.
Yeah. There was one cover bands I did Nirvana, and then right after that I did Erykah Badu.
Oh wow,
Jesus. That was a really fun night for me. Yeah,
that's such a contrast.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, I think we've done enough damage to Sydney's, psyche. She's probably
she told us she tuned out.
She bailed. So
oh, good.
She tuned out 8 minutes ago.
Oh, good. Yeah, before we got into all the like Proud Boy stuff, that's probably good, right?
Yeah, or the cop stuff,
the anti-cop, and that the city. I'm like, wah.
I told myself when I came in here today that I just don't say anything you don't mean, and you won't get in trouble for anything. But I didn't say anything I didn't mean. And I still might get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the thing that
we don't lie on this show.
No, sir.
Hey, the way I look at it is like if all I say is good, nice things about the place I live, then it'll never get better.
That's true.
And in my opinion, I don't feel like the current administration of this city has done anything to make it better for the regular citizens. I mean, probably for the ones that are wealthy, but not so much for the people who are everyday citizens. I mean, the homelessness is
unhoused.
Unhoused is like off the charts. The crime is off the charts. Somebody's got to, come in and do something. So hopefully, we can get somebody in that will do something. So it ain't going to be me.
May it be so.
I'll just criticize from the sidelines. That's what I like to do.
Monday morning quarterbacking. Speaking of, what's the score of the game?
Yeah, let's hear the score before we get off.
All right.
Is it not over?
It is not over. It was just after half when I checked. And currently it is, if this will ever load, it is still 27-0. And we are in the third quarter. We have a little over 2.5 minutes.
Oh, wow. That sounds like it's a done deal. It sounds like the real dud of a Super Bowl.
I don't know much about sports, but that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess congratulations, Eagles fans.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
And
I played soccer.
They're going to be like the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
3 points to 0. Like that guy won.
They're going to be like tomorrow in Philadelphia. They're going to be like, and the Eagles win. We're champions. And 4 people dead, 16 injured.
City's on fire.
But city's on fire. They're still working to put out.
Flip all the cop cars you want, though.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't care. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. So Dust City Opera, Sadness, Madness, and Mayhem?
Yeah, March 1st. March Fusion. More information at ampconcerts.org or dustcityopera.com.
Yeah, man. They're going to have food trucks. They're going to have 2 bars. You don't have to be 21 to get in, but you have to be 18.
There's going to be fire dancers and circus performers and tarot readers. Oh, my.
There's going to be terror and fires. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Terror and fires. It really is fucking awesome. It's a great event.
Yeah. It sounds like it's costume.
Yeah.
Costumes. Yeah, there are VIP tickets if you are interested in a $150 VIP ticket that gets you $500 in gifts. Give Sydney a call.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you see me, don't look me in the eyes, please. I'm in the VIP area. I'm just kidding. Will there be a green room?
There will be a green room. I don't know that anyone other than us will be available or will be allowed to go in there. But you know what, Chris? Talk to Sydney. Use my name. We'll get you in there.
Yeah. I'm a green room.
Use Travis's name.
I'm a green room aficionado.
Oh, he is
excellent.
I am. I really
great. That's rad.
He rates them.
The Green Room in Kansas. That was a terrible show, but a really great green room.
I love my favorite one so far is the Bridge in Santa Fe. They have a good one.
I haven't been in that one.
That's very nice.
That's a goal.
It's like a whole big living room, and then they just have a big wall. They have like a big cooler of just all their beers, and then a huge wall of like just literally like snacks of all different kinds. It's like perfect
goals.
Goals. Yeah, like they go to Costco and get it's almost like you're in a grocery like a convenience store. There's just like, I'll grab a couple beef jerky. I'll grab a muffin.
Hell yeah,
best
goals.
Best.
All right.
So yeah, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Man.
With that,
this was cool.
We are 10 drink minimum.